stupid. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hey!
Welcome to
Hi.
7 Cents. I'm Alex. Scott and Tony are here. Justin is here. Justin Dreyfus.
Dreyfus, I'm trying to buy a mic.
Great
Because
fuss.
Alex said so.
Gray Fias.
Greyfius.
Gray Fight Us.
Yes. That's my clan name.
In
Clash of Clans.
the continued lineage of guests coming on to try and fill the shoes that is Brian Ocean Jackson.
I can never fill the shoes.
No one can. Let me tell you a story, Scott and Justin. Tony and I finished up our two-man show last week, which is
It was great.
I mean, wait a second.
What?
Nobody can feel his shoes?
Nobody can fill the shoes.
So he's got star-shaped feet or something?
Yeah, he's
I'm
got very
really
oddly shaped feet. I get it, Scott. I can appreciate the humor that you're dropping for us right now.
I just came back and I'm very confused.
It was a joke about the phrase, the idiom, if I may, fill his shoes, and how like it doesn't really make sense.
Who's he?
Nobishin's shoes.
Oh,
Brian
fair.
Nobishin Jackson.
Now I understand that.
Yeah, so we're just going to assume that Nobishin has star-shaped feet.
Yeah, he's got weird shaped feet, and that's why no one can fill his shoes.
Can't confirm. Did live with him.
Tony and I finished up our two-man show last week. It was a great
It was great.
show. We had a good time. We talked a lot about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And we finish up, and we're kind of like talking about maybe playing Overwatch. I order a Domino's pizza
Yeah, you're welcome.
in the Google Hangout after we finish, and who fucking just pops into the Google Hangout post-recording but Brian Nobishin Jackson? He just shows up. He's like, hey, guys. I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't heard your voice in 3 weeks. I missed you so much.
It was pretty weird.
Yeah.
And then you re-recorded the podcast again.
And then we recorded 6 more podcasts. No, the weirdest part was that afterwards, after I got my pizza and came back, we played Overwatch with Nobishin,
Yep.
which we'll talk about later.
We played a video game with Nobishin.
Yeah, we played an online competitive shooter with Nobishin, which is pretty much like that's a paradox. I think. I think we divided by 0, and the world's gonna end now.
And everybody had fun.
Mm-hmm. We had a full team at one point. We had a rip-roaring good time. Trevor Starkey showed up.
Yep.
And a lot of butt stuff was talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a little story. Scott, what the fuck happened to you last week? Do you want to tell everybody else? Tell our viewers, listeners?
Yeah, I pulled an Alex and fell asleep.
Yeah. My theory was right.
Professional.
But you say you're back.
Yeah, essentially, that week I hadn't gotten a lot of sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I was overusing one of my back muscles.
Ooh.
Because, so my back started just hurting.
Mm-hmm.
So the plan wasn't to fall asleep. The plan was to lay down, because that was helping.
Yeah.
And then just chill out until the podcast happened. Then I'd go podcast. Then I'd go to bed.
Yeah.
But no, I just passed out until the podcast was over. I
Yeah.
think when did the podcast end last week? Around like 11?
It was like 10:30. Yeah. So.
I woke up somewhere around like 11.
Yeah, so just after we finished, pretty much. Well, I'm sorry that you were overexerting your back. You know, like don't do that. Don't die, Scott. But how you doing? How you doing now?
Good.
Good. That's all I care about is where you're at in life right now in this moment. I mean that's good. You also. Tony tells me that you don't sleep, you just nap twice in a day.
Pretty much. Generally how it works is I sleep for 2 roughly 5-hour segments.
Okay.
Maybe 6 sometimes.
Starting to sound like Roger McCorney, who only naps, exclusively knows how to nap. But, you know.
Yeah, as it turns out, that's a huge waste of time.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for you?
Well, I mean, It works, but 2 5-hour sessions is a 10-hour sleep cycle.
Yeah. So, is that like, I don't understand, Scott? Is that good? Is that
It works, but it's 2 extra hours. You're essentially getting 8 hours of sleep with 10.
okay?
And this isn't including the time that you spend trying to go to sleep but not sleeping,
Yeah, I mean that's
which you have to do twice.
90% of my actual sleep time is the time spent trying to go to sleep, but not
Right. You
actually
see,
sleeping.
if you tried to do this, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would be like 3 hours of trying to fall asleep and then 2 hours of sleep, and then a total of 4 hours of sleep at the end of this.
And then you're just still tired anyway.
And then I'm just miserable. Oh wait, here we are. Yeah, no, that makes sense. How's your week been, Scott? We'll get to you, Justin, before you start complaining that I'm not paying enough attention to you.
Well, you have until my bottle's finished.
All right, relax. How's life, Scott?
So far so good.
Okay, so far so good.
Yeah,
Almost 23 years in, and we're doing all right.
Nothing too special.
Okay.
I just didn't get a lot of sleep that one week, so it kind of caught up to me at the worst time.
Yeah, it happens. It's happened to me before. I've slept through a podcast before because I've just been exhausted. So, and I'm a terrible friend, but you're not a terrible friend. So, is school almost over?
Yep, Wednesday.
Fuck yeah.
Woo!
What one of my teachers did is they opened up all of the assignments for full completion
Yeah.
in grading. So that's essentially why studying is not going to end tomorrow, Tony, or on Monday.
So you're just gonna keep doing them until you.
I'm
can't
just
do
going
anymore.
to keep doing them until they're either done
Just keep doing
or
it
there's no
forever.
more left to do.
That's good. That's valid. It's a valid stance to take.
Which honestly, it shouldn't take me all of tonight, Sunday, and Monday, but at the same time, it's me, so it probably will.
It's you, so you're not optimistic. That's valid.
Realistically, not optimistic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, good luck. It's almost over.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get real close.
Yeah. Good luck. Have Batman, as the kids say.
Funny. I'm wearing a Batman hoodie.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Superman shirt, so basically,
Alex and Scott are gonna fight.
yeah, that's what that means. I mean, that's always the case. Scott, did you see Captain America: Civil War?
Nope.
You should see it.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I need to see that.
It's the best Spider-Man movie anyone's ever made.
Also very true.
How much Spider-Man is in that movie?
Not like a lot, but he's
But
like,
it's enough. It's
but
very
he's
much enough.
he's the best part about that movie in a movie full of best parts. So, it's great. You'll love it. As my resident Spider-Man fan here on the podcast. Cool. Justin, life. What's up, dude? How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a
Good.
little bit.
Fine. Yeah. Busy. Super busy this
No, you're
week.
not. I don't believe you.
Oh man, I literally came home every day from work this week, and I'm just like, I'm gonna lay down.
You're just
I
like, I'm
lay
gonna
down.
twerk until I can't feel my ass.
Twerking butt.
Yeah, twerking butt.
.com.
Please don't pimp like a weird Pornhub offshoot on our fucking bonus content.
I
That
blame
seems
Tony.
weird.
That's your fucking fault, Tony.
Please,
Oh,
that was
Tony's
before
fault.
we even went live. We don't talk about that time, okay?
Yeah, Tony was
That's
like, "Hey,
our
let me
time.
tell you about twerking butt."
Let me. Do you have a moment for our Lord and Savior, the twerking butt?
The twerking butt.
I have 3 moments, thank you.
I need 3 iterations
Working, but
of the twerking butt today. All right, well, I'm gonna start writing down titles because somebody's got to do it. And twerking butt
put
is
down Starfeet.
in Star Shape B. That's right, Star Shape B.
That is actually why I said that entire thing.
Good. We
Make
got
it
He's
Just for the
fabricating
title.
Scott's raring for a good title. in this Nobshinless
pretty-
world.
Yeah, what is it? A couple months since we've had a good title?
Rude.
No.
We had a pretty good title last week.
We did. The last time
Yeah, I
Rachel was
mean-
on was good. Single tear rolls down my face. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't keep track of this shit. So yeah, you've been working hard. It sounds like
Busy.
in preparation of what?
Nothing. Just work in general was horrible this week.
I'm sorry. Hey.
I dealt with probably every single idiot in my state. Love you all, I swear. Not really.
I mean, like Pennsylvania is a pretty big state.
Yeah, but all our customers are like around us within like an hour or so ish range. But yeah, like for some reason yesterday, every time I got on the phone with someone, everybody had to ask like the stupidest questions.
Like,
or
how
try
many
to work
twerking butts
around-
do you have in stock?
yes.
Literally, welcome to my entire life.
No, I know. Well, I'm in customer service, but it's just for some reason.
Tony's in glorified customer
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
But it was everybody was trying to work their way around their problems, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm having a problem with this little thing." Start talking to them about it. They're like, "Oh no, I'm not having that problem," and I'm like,
Well, you
"Fuck
just
not.
said.
You just fucking said that was your problem," and then they immediately go say, "Oh yeah, I need all this done," and it's like, "You motherfucker! You're making me be on the phone for an hour now, which could have been done in 15 minutes." Yeah, that was my whole week this week for some reason. They all came out this week.
They all came out. They're all
Yep.
like, "This is who I am, and I'm proud."
But other than
I
that,
am ugly and I am proud.
God damn it, Tony! Stop fucking sharing your screen of Clash of Clans. No one cares.
so what you're saying is I need to keep talking so nobody can see his screen at all. So I'm trying to buy a microphone right now. Should I buy a pop filter for my snowball?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
And
I
now
am the
unmute
same.
yourself. Well then.
Sorry, I hit the hide from broadcast button and I didn't know it would mute you.
it was like you've been hidden from this broadcast. You cannot talk or be seen. And I was like, well then, that was too far.
Yeah, that was maybe too far. Or actually, maybe not.
Maybe not. But yeah, so
I
I'm
just want to
ready.
share my war
post
attacks
this.
with the world.
That's okay. Nobody wants to see it.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Love you too, Tony.
The truth really hurts, doesn't it, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
So
Uh-huh.
So if I should get the pop filter, I'm gonna place this order right now. I'm gonna get my new microphone.
Okay. You probably get a microphone stand as well. I don't know what your situation looks like, but it seems like you're very relaxed, laying back in a chair of some kind.
Just a chair.
So you
But I'm good.
probably might want like a boom microphone stand like the one I have. Might help. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. We shall see.
Because guess what? I
Yeah.
just placed the order.
Luckily, your podcast records only once a month. So
Yeah. So I'm
You
gonna
got
have
time
it by
to-
Monday.
you got time. Well, I'm just saying.
Just saying.
So have you been watching the folklore episodes as they go up, Justin?
Yeah, I'm behind on all of yours now. I was behind on Game
I-
Grumps and
The Resident Evil Let's Play is the one that you should watch.
I-
And episode 20 of the Omega Quintet Let's Play. The one it's titled the one where we make a promo video.
yeah, I'll catch up. It's just like I said, I'm behind.
That
I
episode
had to
is
catch
10
up
out of 10. Holy shit. I watched it again. It's fucking so good. Have you watched it, Tony? Oh, I'm glad that you're paying attention while you play Clash of Clans.
The one that we make a promo video in.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it back like
Wait.
fully. I did watch like the first half.
Yeah.
It was
Wait.
just as good as I remembered it.
Fucking so good.
Wait a second. Hold on. I feel like I did see that one. I just don't remember because it was so long.
It's
Oh, you would have certainly remembered.
Yeah, you would fucking know if you saw
Hold on.
this.
Hold on. I'm checking.
It is a vivid memory. It's definitely the best episode of a Let's Play I've ever done.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm so glad that I took the controller and didn't give it back.
I I'm a little glad, mostly because that means I didn't have to play that part.
Yeah, I haven't watched the last 5 episodes.
Check
It's a
out
party.
episode 20.
Talk, talk. That one.
Yeah.
Like Gun Girl's #1 fan. It's very-
I haven't had any part in naming any of these episodes.
Yeah, well, it's because fucking you could write down names while we record like Justin and I did, but
Why? But that's work.
when we
My comedic genius takes a lot of work.
oh yeah, please.
Uh,
When we're recording them, it takes a lot out of us.
yes, it did.
Yeah.
We're done recording. We're like, what the fuck should we name this? Like, what happened?
What happened?
What
when we
happened?
did that?
Okay, let's name it that.
Yeah, it's a black hole.
Which, speaking of, I probably should come down. I don't know. I forgot how many episodes we recorded, but
We recorded. Hold on, let me. Cause I uploaded a whole bunch more today and scheduled them out for next week. We recorded 32 episodes.
damn.
So I have scheduled through episode 15. So we're doing okay.
Okay.
Tony and I need to record more.
We do.
So I only have 4 episodes
We
left.
need to have a bro out sesh.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. We'll try and do something before Kind of Funny Live too. That way I can upload and schedule them. But yeah, that Resident Evil 6 Let's Play is awesome.
Is that gonna? Are you going until you beat like all 3 stories, or is it just?
Oh, we're trying. Jacob and I have recorded, I think, like 42 episodes of that. So like 10 are up now, and I have like all of them. I have almost all of them uploaded. I have to edit those episodes. I can't just upload them. So
I'm glad you were having fun with it, because
it's a bad game.
It's a very bad game.
It is a bad fucking video game. But yeah, no, we're having a lot of fun. We recorded 35 episodes. The last episode is just a Batman versus Superman spoiler cast.
Keep an eye out for that Tales of Zillia spoiler cast. Woo!
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
In the works.
Eventually.
I got a half-edited like Logic file somewhere on my computer.
And I've heard something about coming down the pipeline about Dark Souls 3, one of those.
Yeah, that's something
Featuring
that we should do.
Such esteemed guests as the one and only Sean Pitts.
Yes.
And Allie as well.
Yes, and Allie as well.
I know a spoiler cast that's going to be coming out, especially before the Zillia one comes out.
What's that?
Well, it's all of them, so...
The Pokemon Sun Moon spoiler cast, yes.
No, I think it's called a Persona 5, I think.
If that...
Persona? Huh?
I think that's going to be a thing.
I like the
Persona. I'm making it a thing right now. That's going to be a spoiler cast, guys.
I'm glad that you like that, Tony. I have gotten like so many different requests to be a part of the Persona 5 spoiler cast.
They were gonna have like 1,000 people.
From like different different groups of people that I think we're gonna have like alternate timeline Persona 5s. Like we're gonna have like 6.
That'd be weird.
That would be very weird. But that would be amazing all at the same time.
It's gonna be tough because there are a lot. Like obviously there's gonna be like the main one, which will just be the Persona 4 Golden spoiler cast people, and then them probably plus Tony for the Persona 5, like our main one. And then there are a couple other ones with a couple other groups of people that I want to do. So
I'll probably be on all of them.
Probably not. I can only take so much Tony in my life.
Hey, I wonder what the chances are.
Babe, please.
Baby, seriously, baby.
Come on, baby.
What'd you say, Justin?
Don't do me like that.
I wonder if the chances of us all having different waifus again is.
I already know who mine's gonna be.
Why you judge them before you even get to know them?
I'm just kidding.
You're so rude.
Rude?
My favorite's Junko Enoshima.
Alright, that's still not a character, but
I still remember on like basically the announcement trailer, I immediately sent you a picture of her. And I was like, look!
Yeah.
She's gonna have multiple personalities and she's gonna kill everyone by the end of it. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I mean,
totally gonna happen.
That sounds pretty good to me. How's your week been, Tony?
It's been great.
Whoa, slow down.
All right. It's been like, all right. Listen, low key, it's been great. Medium key, it's been high. High key, it's been decent.
Okay.
Okay. So I did a lot of working. I did a lot of playing of the Overwatches.
Yeah.
There's been like basically life stuff, man. You know, riding the.
I'm like, okay. You know how like life is, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how you plan on segueing from Overwatch to basically life stuff, but I'm really curious to see where that's gonna go.
That's all I had planned for my statement on my week.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was a good week. It's pretty samey as compared to previous weeks, but still a good one.
Okay. I can get behind that. Samey is not always a bad thing. Yeah, I had a pretty good week. You know, I beat Dark Souls 3. And then I got
After much trepidation.
after much trepidation, I got sick though. That was not good. Gave me time to play Uncharted 4, but like and finish Dark Souls 3 and like get a little bit of like writing and stuff done, but I just felt terrible. So that kind of sucked. I'm very happy. The Big Squeeze, which is one of my favorite beers, is back.
Yay!
It is a summer beer. It's a grapefruit shandy beer, which sounds like a horrible, horrible idea, but it's actually very good. If you get the chance to try it, I recommend it. Most places across the East Coast have it in bottle, so I would look for it at your local liquor store, assuming you are of age to drink. Also, Hell or High Watermelon is a beer. Yes.
I was gonna say that's really good.
Yeah.
I had that this last weekend.
Yeah, it's a beer from 21st Amendment, which is a bar and brewery in San Francisco that I actually had for the first time at Kind of Funny Live 1 last year, upon a request from Brant Range. That's his favorite beer. So that my local kind of like try and source everything from all over the country liquor store called the Perfect Pour actually got that, and I got a pack of that, and it's better than I remember even out of a can. So it's time for good beer to be back. The weather's been starting to shape up again. Went for a walk on Wednesday, I don't know, someday this week.
Happy days.
Happy days. Monday, Tuesday, happy day. Yeah, it was good. It was a good week. Worked a lot. Getting ready for Kind of Funny Live 2. Gonna ship out to San Francisco in a little over a week now. I'm excited.
Sounds good. Sounds fun.
Thanks, Justin.
I'm glad you're going.
Yeah.
I wish you could pack me in the bag and just take me with you.
Yeah, come. Just come next year.
Yeah. Justin, we
Yeah.
can hang out together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can come down to Maryland, but yeah, I'll go to San Francisco to see you guys.
No, I can only ever see you in
Closer.
San Francisco.
Only?
Yep.
It's true.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Last time Justin was here, he didn't see anyone but me, I think.
Yeah, I know, and I was very upset about
A
it.
jerk. You didn't come down to see me, Tony.
No
To
one
be fair,
told me.
we were recording almost 90% of the time you were here. And that includes like sleep proportions. Yeah, I'm really excited. We're gonna get Nabish and I are getting to San Francisco around the same time, so we're gonna go eat lunch together. It's gonna be awesome. I got a crazy boner right now just thinking about it.
Gross.
Not surprised.
Yeah, no surprise there. That's it. Do you mind if I go grab a glass of water and then we can start the show?
No,
Water's for pussies.
I don't mind.
Wow.
Of course, you can go get water.
Okay.
After the podcast's over.
I'll be right back. Hang tight, viewers. You guys should keep them entertained.
They're watching Clash of Clans right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to help them out by not seeing that.
Look at this gem box though. It's got a rainbow.
I don't. That's great, Tony. You know what else has a rainbow?
Hmm.
My underwear.
Good to know.
No, it doesn't. At least I don't think. And I'm not gonna get undressed so you could see. I'm sorry, Tony.
Well,
Only when the camera's off.
then I can't see you.
Well, that's not my fault.
I guess we're just screwed. Scott is dead. I've just
Yeah.
assumed.
Nah,
Hey, it's Scott.
I am feeling a little extra quiet today, though.
You're not allowed to be. Gotta make up for not being here last week. I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, Scott, check out my defenseless base, bro.
What Tony's trying to tell you is you should invade his base right now.
The only defense that I have is the cannon that you have to build in the tutorial.
Again, what he's trying to tell you guys
Other
is
than
to
Take
invade.
too long to kill or something?
Other than traps. Well, no, there's a system during a war that determines like how good your base is, and it's called your war weight, and it's based on the relative like upgrade levels of all of your defensive structures, and that's your clan's total war weight is matched up against a clan of similar war weight. So we have a couple accounts that have very, very, very low war weight, and it helps us get better matches. So basically, I am a Town Hall level 6
Jesus fucking Christ.
I
with a war
tried.
weight of a Town Hall level 2.
I tried to stop him. It did not work.
That's fine. I
They
guess.
surrounded me.
At least you tried. Also, another thing going on in my life that I forgot. I've been like exercising a good amount. I've been losing a lot of weight that I'm pretty excited about.
Has that been
It looks
helping you
hot.
sleep?
Exercise here and there have been helping me sleep. I actually have been sleeping really well for the past 2 nights, which I'm very excited about. Obviously, it's jinxed now, and I'm going to sleep terribly tonight. But
Of course.
that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something new in my life.
Oh,
Ooh.
I bought new bed sheets this week.
fuck yeah.
They're all new, and they got some threads.
Yeah, well, thread count's a myth. So
Yeah, well, I bought ones that are like really nice, like microfiber ones instead of straight cotton. So,
ooh. Are they comfy?
so there are, yeah. I mean, took a night to break them in. They're kind of not as good as my last sheets before, but now they're pretty fucking comfy.
Nice. I need new sheets. I mean, I got good sheets. Got 2 sets.
I mean,
that I
you're always welcome to come cuddle.
Please stop. But yeah, I lost about 11 pounds since the end of March.
Damn.
And I'm not like I don't have a gut anymore. I'm like normal shaped, and my boobies are smaller.
Damn it.
So
I
like
mean,
my whole
that's
situation is like kind of flat now, which is kind of nice. So that's a nice little self-confidence booster. But my butt's still fat and gross. So
Still got a bubble butt?
yeah, I mean I just can't get rid of it. Honestly, I don't know what to do.
But
It's a part of you now.
But I'm really happy about that. Just been eating a bit better and exercising more. So all right, let's get this party fucking started.
I refuse.
All right, well, too bad. Everybody got their recording audacities correctamundoed. Have done a test recording. Everybody's ready.
See, senor.
See, senor. Scott, you good? You're awfully quiet over there, buddy.
I
we
mean,
talked
I
about
did say.
Yeah, we already
Did
talked
say.
about that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were gone.
Yeah.
All right, well, I said to them, I'm feeling a little extra quiet today.
Ooh. A little mysterious.
Mysterious Scott.
More like absence than mystery.
Okay.
Absinthe?
I was going to say you had some absinthe.
We just need to get you some absinthe, Scott. Get you tripping balls on space
Oh.
liquor.
You see, I thought that was ab medicine.
No.
My bad.
I mean, it can be if you
abs.
want.
That's absinthe. And those are synthetic abdominal muscles.
You just tape them on.
Yeah, you just tape them on. They're like spray on abs. All right, on one. I assume everybody's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
On one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm not
So
ready.
Why do you start on 5?
Why don't I start on 5?
Why not like 6 or 4? Are you numberist or something?
I am.
He's racist against every number that isn't 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah, it's a real fucking problem.
Come on, Alex.
Like when I turned 23, I had to scream. I had to scream at people because I refused to acknowledge it unless they referred to it as 2 and 3, as opposed to 23.
What a sad state of affairs that
I
was.
know. My life is just it's one fiasco after another.
Specifically as 2 next to 3.
Yeah, 2 next to 3. 2, 3 adjacent. It's very specific comma usage. I don't know, Justin, because that's how they do it in the movies.
Hey, I just
You
want
want
to
to be a
know.
star, don't you?
No, not really.
Yeah, I mean that life.
I don't have the nice hair for it. Or
I do. I got
gotta do
that.
that hair whip.
Yeah, all right, hold on.
See, God damn.
There you go.
There you go,
All,
video
now it's all
viewers.
fucked up and gross.
How do you think they all feel having to do that?
I mean, they probably look way better than I do when they do it. So,
Lies.
all right, we are live with the full. So, yay!
PG games.
I added you in that one.
Yay. Wait, you shouldn't have done that because now no one's gonna jump on.
Remember, if you're watching live, you can have your question answered at the end of the show. If you tweet at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ. We already got a few. So, it's a friendly reminder. Let's do this. I have like a little bit of a headache.
Tell your mother.
Tell your mother that you love her. It makes me upset that I had this beer that's delicious. I took some Advil. I want to get my glass of water though. So
Now
I'll be
you're gonna
okay.
be freaking out of it.
now I'll be out of it. Yeah, Advil. Whew, let me tell you, it's not like it was Advil PM, Justin. Chill.
Hey, I don't know what you take.
All right.
Taking those
Fair.
drugs.
Valid. It is Saturday, May 14th, 2016, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I'm Alex O'Neill, your host on this wonderful journey that we're about to embark on. With me this week, I have Scott Guthier,
Hello.
Tony Horvath,
Yeah, whatever.
and embarking on this journey with us in the starship shoes of Brian Opposition Jackson. We have Justin Graffius, known as the Sigma Omega.
Believe it! I'm gonna be king of the pirates, and I'm gonna show you my Bankai, and I'm gonna go. I can't think of anything else.
I got like, oh yeah, how many more animes were you gonna try and work into that?
And
I'm also a basket of fruits. Fruits Basket is the only anime I know. we should.
I'm a magical girl. I'm a Power
This
Ranger.
is my spirit gun.
Yo, that's a good one.
That's
It is a good one.
Yo, let's just talk about Yu Yu Hakusho for this whole show.
Let's talk about Hikaru no Go. An 80-episode anime about a man playing a board game.
Oh yeah, that's the one about Go.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Don't you
It
like
is
that
very
one,
good.
Justin?
Yeah, I do like that one.
Very good.
Yeah. Justin talked about that on a Muppet.
It is an extremely interesting anime about a board game for 80 episodes. It's amazing.
Is it like one match?
No.
It's this dude's
Very
entire
boring.
career, basically.
Okay. Is it a sports anime?
Yes.
Yes.
If board games are sports.
They are now. What up, Jess? You're in the Olympics, right? I actually don't know if that's true. Hey, the Olympics are this year.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Where are they?
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro?
I think so. I think it's Brazil.
Yeah.
I think.
You know where the Olympics are in the next 4 years?
Nowhere.
Maryland.
Fucking Japan.
We're going to Japan.
We're going, Justin. We're
We're
going
going
to
to the Olympics.
Olympic City, Japan, in 2020, where everybody's just gonna be fucking. From what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm probably wrong. But the Olympic City that they construct for the Olympics every 4 years, in whatever city that they do it in, it just becomes like a cesspool of crazy sex, because like the most beautiful and talented people in the world are gathered in the same space for the first time in 4 years, only ever 4 years, and it's never ever going to be that same group of people. They all just end up fucking each other. That is what I've been told by
I guess we'll find out in 4 years.
the reliable source that is the brothers McElroy on My Brother, and Me. So I'm just saying, I think we should go, Justin.
We should totally go.
Tokyo, Japan, Summer Olympics 2020.
We're never coming back.
We would never come back, and we should very specifically not bring Greg.
Greg. If we bring Greg, we're the ones that will never definitely come back.
Yeah, because
anything.
he'll kill us. Well, I mean, guaranteed he'd kill me.
He'll get in his Evangelion and then just stomp on us.
I like the idea of you encouraging this weird fantasy that he is living in, where an Evangelion is real.
I'm pretty sure he's Cube. Let's just be honest here.
Probs. Justin, you were host on the Malicious Underground podcast X.
Yeah, animes and stuff. Episodes will come out eventually, I swear.
Yeah, the episodes will come out eventually. It's an anime exclusively. It's a podcast exclusively about anime. Wow.
Almost.
We're recording one of them next Sunday.
See?
What anime are we watching for that one? People tune in.
It's Death Parade, which can be found on Crunchyroll.
Oh, that's a really good one.
It is. I watched it when it came out, and I'm like, I think Alex would love this, and that's kind of why
I watched the first 2 episodes and never went back.
You should go back. For sure.
Death Raid?
Death Parade.
Death Parade.
Oh.
Like we're going on. We're gonna be in a parade soon.
Okay. Cool. I haven't watched any of it yet, but I plan on watching some of it this weekend.
And it's relevant. And it's relevant to this podcast because they play games like air hockey and darts and stuff.
Really?
Those are video games.
Those are not video games.
I could play them in other games, like 80 game
You could probably
party
play
pack.
them while watching videos.
Where is the We Play reference? I can play them all in We Play. That means they're video games.
Yeah, video games. Video games.
Okay. I mean, that's okay. Okay.
About Death and Parade.
It's got Death and Parade. Cool. That's stay tuned to the Malicious Pod Twitter @MaliciousPod. There'll be a YouTube link to that to watch it live on Sunday. Of course, Sunday mornings. So, cool. Well, thanks for coming on, Justin. Even though you equestered yourself onto this show.
Well, I knew Nabishin was probably not going to be on again, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to fill his shoes, like we discussed in the bonus content.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought you guys needed a little help, especially after last week's amazing podcast.
Last week's show was good.
I said amazing.
Yeah,
Didn't say garbage.
Yeah, wow.
I did say garbage.
Jumping around with your words, huh?
Don't play with my emotions like that.
I'm just saying there's a tone here.
I love you. I hate you, Tony.
I do not appreciate. Cool. Well, welcome on, Justin. Tony, it's not just you and me anymore.
Well, that's all right.
Scott's here. Although he said he's feeling quite quiet this evening, like Mysterio.
He's in a meditation pose.
Yeah, he is in a meditation pose, like Zenyatta. That's
No, that character's cool.
That character's cool. We got a lot to talk about.
Who that is.
He's a champion.
Don't worry about
Overwatchian.
it. Champion. That's all I need to know. All right, let's go.
He's a goddamn champion. Yeah, we got a good show lined up for you. We got a lot to talk about. Plenty of video games happened, and I don't know, some stuff to catch up. First up, housekeeping. Let's talk about stuff that went up on a little website you might have heard of called IrrationalPassions.com.
Wait, what's that? What's that website?
It's a website that is the home of this very podcast.
Wait, what?
I know. The May roundup of the Capcom Pro Tour went up. Got some feedback from one Michael Martin, who works for Yahoo Esports. He's like as far as I'm concerned, he is like the FGC guy in the video games industry, and also a good friend of the show. Good guy. He gets some feedback to our good friend JC Ramirez that runs that, also known as Silver PR. So hopefully you'll be incorporating some of that feedback into the next roundup in June. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening. If you want to keep up to date on what's going on in the FGC Capcom Pro Tour across the world, that is a place to do it. And my Flint Hook preview from PAX East is finally up. It's my last preview. My favorite game that I saw all show, and I loved it. A very glowing preview. Cannot wait to hear more about that game. It was like the first time it had ever been shown, and there's still not too much known about it. Doesn't even have a platform release quite yet, but very good. And like all the developers read my preview and they loved it, and they sent me kind words. So I really appreciate that. Thank you to them. And the Monthly Passions podcast for April is up, featuring fucking. I didn't even know that Garrett was gonna pull this. Not only did he get Ali Mushka, the wonderful, wonderful guest to talk about Dark Souls 3, but he also got fucking DJ Cutman, the
nice.
video game DJ, on that episode.
He makes some cool shit.
He does make some cool shit.
I actually met him at a convention because I think he lives locally around here.
I saw him at MagFest.
He's pretty awesome. He's really cool.
Yeah. He did a remix of Samurai Abstinence Patrol by Ninja Sex Party. That's fucking dope. So he had DJ Cutman on to talk about Hyper Light Drifter, which is fucking awesome. So I had no idea that he was going to be on. So two fucking super awesome guests.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely check that out. I haven't listened to it yet. I have it downloaded on my phone. I'm very excited to listen to it. So yeah, Jarrett's just running ship on the Monthly Passions podcast. Very good stuff. And that's on the site. And I think we're working on. There's a link to the RSS feed in there. I'm working on getting it set up in the sidebar, the podcast sidebar on the website. So hopefully that'll be set up soon. And Tony, you're working on stuff still. You gonna keep saying that for the next 4 years?
No. I don't know if I'm gonna post what I have written just because I'm not really happy with it.
Okay.
Mostly
you send it to me
because
and I can help you out.
It's more like I don't really want to post content on a game that I genuinely disliked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm trying to make something out of it, but like basically the couple things that I've been working on, especially the one that I have the most fleshed out, it's just like kind of been a struggle to get it kind of where it is, and I'm not really happy with it in general.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, you let me know. And a video on the video front, Resident Evil 6 Let's Plays keep going up. On youtube.com/IrrationalPassions, where you can watch the video version of this podcast with bonus content. And I'm trying to think, yeah, there's gonna be more folklore next week.
Hey, I know that one.
Yeah, Justin is my co-host on that. And there's a lot of risque titles in that set. One of the titles is Folk Whore, and I felt really bad about typing it in.
I forgot about that one. Forgot about that
and
one.
there are 2 titles with butt in them. So in that set of 5 alone.
Hey,
yeah.
We have an excuse. We were drinking a lot.
We did.
On most of them.
We drank.
So,
we drank a lot.
And by drank a lot, I mean we drank like a whole.
We drank an entire bottle of sake. One of the sessions. So, and let me see. other video. Oh yeah, my Dark Souls 3 archives are going up. So those are all actually uploaded to YouTube now. So all that's done. I'm finished with Dark Souls 3. We're going to talk about that in a moment. And those are just kind of going up throughout the month of May. Stuff is coming. There's an Uncharted 4 spoiler cast coming. Can confirm. Working on the background details for that. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be video only on YouTube. So watch that. That's it. That's all I got. Let's talk about video games.
Okay.
Scott,
I've been watching Naruto.
Stop it.
And One Piece.
I will boot you from this call. So
No,
help
he'll
me.
just make it so no one can see or hear you.
It's true. I guess.
That's
Like
true.
being shadow banned.
Yeah, the shadow ban. Well, you would know if you would.
What? Why would I? Why do I have to know that? That seems rude.
It was in the Google Hangout. Just yells it at you.
Well, no. It's a Reddit thing being shadow banned
Oh,
from a subreddit. Like you can still post on the subreddit, but no one will ever see your comments, and they don't tell you.
it's like getting muted on Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's sad.
But to the entire Reddit,
Yeah, by
you
everyone.
get fucked,
Hashtag get fucked.
dude.
Sometimes you just want to get fucked. Scott,
Yep.
have you been playing any video games?
Nothing really all that notable. No, not really.
What are you playing, just for my curiosity's sake?
Let's see.
Still Isaac?
A little bit, a little less of that.
Okay.
I have a game for you, Scott.
Oh,
We'll talk about it in a little bit.
If it's Clash of Clans, I'm going to
It's
quit
not
this podcast.
Clash of Clans.
Yeah, it's
But
not
hold on,
Clash
hold
of
on.
Clans, it's
It's
Rock
probably
is it a
Clash
phone
of
game?
Clans.
Is it a phone game?
No,
Okay.
it's a PC game.
Oh, it's called Overwatch.
Cat.
I mean, technically that's a PC game, but no.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Yesterday I booted up League. The game I forgot about last time that I was playing was Terraria. There was a new patch or something, so a couple of guys on the TeamSpeak were playing that.
Mhm.
Except for I'm not on when they're on, so I kind of fell out halfway through.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry that you fell out. Those jerks. Are you still working between the hours of 10 p.m. and 3 a.m.?
My last day was yesterday.
What?
Hooray!
Yay.
I've assumed for the past month that your schedule is just sleep, go to class, sleep, work, sleep, repeat.
Up until yesterday, that with some homework in there.
No, you do that while you sleep.
Scott is a good multitasker.
Listen. I don't think anybody's that good.
No,
I don't think anybody ever will be that good.
We can only dream, though. Okay, so you're done with work. Does that mean when the semester's over, we're gonna switch back to Friday recordings?
Good.
I feel like that would just be that wouldn't be canon anymore.
No, we did 4 years of 4.5 years of Friday recording.
Yeah, but now we're at a year and a half of Saturday.
Yeah, but
Season 2 is going on.
Season 2 is going. So the brothers met my brother and me, which started their season 2 at the end of 200 episodes, right? They have now deemed that episode 300 is the end of volume 1. And then past that would be volume 2, which everyone knows
Which
that
implies that they're gonna sell their collection as a 300 episode CD.
yeah, it's a 300 episode CD. It's called My Brother and Me Remastered Edition.
Volume 1.
So Irrational Passions Podcast Remastered will be available this fall.
God, how many CDs would
1.5
that be?
HD.
Oh my god, we record a 2.5 hour show regularly.
We'd have to condense it to something even smaller than an MP3.
Yeah.
Do you guys
If
remember
possible.
do you guys
And
remember
put it
back
on
in
a
the
Blu-ray.
day
Yeah.
there were those CD cases that had more than one CD in them, and they had that little insert inside of them that was
Yeah.
a little you could lift it off,
Yeah.
and it was an extra hinge inside.
Yeah.
Imagine one big enough for 300 episodes of My Brother, and Me. That big. That's what I'm imagining.
I mean, we got to start talking. Imagine one for another 300 episodes of Irrational Passions podcast,
our
which is like
podcast
700
goes on for way too long. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Jared Green somewhere is just like crying into a soap dish because this podcast is way too long. Yeah, that is gross. Okay. Well, I mean, then we'll maybe Friday recordings.
We're gonna do it, guys. Monday recordings. Let's go.
Our 6-year anniversary is coming up soon, so we gotta get on that Friday grind, dog.
You know what else is coming up pretty soon?
What?
Episode 300.
Yeah, that is.
It's also true.
That's October though, so.
It's still pretty soon.
Yeah. We gotta
much sooner than it was 5 years ago.
We should think. I got some ideas for stuff.
Oh, I already have the idea.
Oh, okay.
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans live show. The Irrational Podtacular. We're bringing it back. What was the Irrational Podtacular?
It was a convention of all things irrational.
It was a tacular podcast.
Well, now that we're older, we could just like rent out a bar. You know.
With what fucking money?
All of our AdSense revenue, dude.
Yeah, let me tell you. Let me tell you exactly how much AdSense revenue that we have right now. I have an app on my phone that will tell you.
I want to take a guess.
Please do.
$69.69.
That would be great.
That's way overestimating it.
Do you guys have a guess?
6 cents, if not less.
6 cents, if not less. This guy said
$2.
My real answer was gonna be like $3.40.
$5.92.
You're raking in them big dough.
To be fair, that is just the website. That is not including YouTube. So that's a little bit harder.
Damn, son.
To pull
that's
up.
like $1 a year.
Do you know what the most profitable thing we've ever put up on YouTube is? The Resident Evil 6 Let's Play.
God damn it.
This really is the darkest timeline. I knew that was going to be a big hit though, so because it's just the worst game. Okay. Good catching up, Scott. I miss you, man.
I mean, next week I'll be playing the Bravely Second.
Scott, how do you feel about the Persona 5 announcements?
I don't give a shit.
I was about to say, like,
Scott, get out.
When has Scott ever been excited about anything Persona related?
I don't know. He seemed to enjoy his time with Persona 4 Golden.
Absolutely, but like, I feel like Scott, you're not the kind of person that gets like caught up in the hype.
Listen, let me dream.
I
just want Scott to like fully commit to a waifu. I want him to like start get to the point. I want you to get to the point where you put a poster up in your room.
Well, you see, there's your fucking problem.
If we're gonna go there,
problem.
We need to get Scott a fucking body pillow. Like, there's no bullshit around this.
Right. Because in all of Scott's existence, I've never seen a poster on his walls.
I need to get a body pillow of my
wife.
You
see, but honey, you see, that's exactly the
Alex,
thing.
you don't need any more pillows with my picture.
You're trying to get me to put a poster
I'm fucking so
a poster on my wall is just not going to happen.
Yeah, Scott's like Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2. Why don't you have any posters on your wall?
Technically, I only have one, so.
I still have that Guardians of the Galaxy poster in my closet.
I don't have any posters on my bedroom wall. I have a calendar.
I feel like I should like go to the mall to like what's it called, Hot Topic or whatever, and buy a bunch of like angsty teen.
It's good that you couldn't immediately remember the name of Hot Topic.
Yeah,
that's
right.
A good thing.
Or like Spencer's. Go in there and just buy all of the angsty teen like music video.
No, buy all like the Maxim covers that they have in like the back
or
of
that
the dirty section.
Like make a collage on my ceiling above my bed.
So
I can wake up and be like, oh, it's My Chemical Romance.
To be fair, like the one poster.
I woke up.
You see, that is not where I thought you were going with that. I thought you were going to say, buy all those posters, sneak into Scott's house, and then.
I could also do that.
What if like Scott's mom came into his room and saw these weird fucking anime girl posters?
Scott's mom would probably be like, "That's very nice, Scott. You should have been at dinner 12 minutes ago." Scott's like, I already was there and I ate, and Scott's mom's like, oh.
I didn't even see you. He's like a vanishing act. To be fair, the one poster that I have in here, that's not even up, is the Game Grumps poster right over there.
To be
See,
fair,
it's funny
like
because that happens all the time.
yeah, to be
I
fair,
know.
like in all of my experience of being like on voice comms with Scott when his mom comes to talk to him, it's literally like, Scott, why are you playing video games? And then Scott's like, I don't know. And then she's like, okay, and then she leaves.
Like,
Good answer. Good
how
answer.
many years have you been like playing video games outside of like your whole life that where your parents still don't like get it, right? Like, what are you trying to get?
I thought you were gonna say how many years have you spent like connected to Scott via voice, and I was gonna be like way too long.
like actually probably close to a full year.
More than that, probably.
In just audio time. So here we are. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Video games.
I don't know. I said
Waifus.
something about Scott and Persona.
we just got off of my video games.
Justin,
We
what did
haven't
you
chosen
think?
a new person yet.
What did you think of the Persona 5 information that was announced?
What do you think I think, Alex?
Oh, we haven't talked about it at all.
Of course I'm hyped. I was hyped before even that trailer, but
A
seeing
4-minute and 20-second trailer of pure majesty. Holy shit, though.
I was surprised.
UI
Again,
in that game looks great.
yes, it does. Very flashy. But I think what I'm most surprised about, especially playing through 1, 2, 3, and 4, in the dungeons just kind of being basic, walk, keep going down the...
I talked about this last week, yeah.
Yeah, and these ones are like, oh, you're going to fly across the room to get to the one room, and just all these different kinds of puzzles
Like
now
making
in
the dungeons like
dungeons.
actual places to be, as opposed to kind of like these procedurally generated floors of total boring wallless stuff.
Yeah, and that makes it interesting, especially if they are still randomly generated, which
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be.
They don't have to
but-
be, also.
Yeah,
so.
no, they don't. But yeah, I'm super hyped. I do need to watch it again.
I watched it like 7 times. So.
Yeah, you said. But I am curious about it because I do want to see more of the trailer and just pick out some of the stuff I didn't see before.
Mm-hmm.
Like the new characters, like the characters that are going to be in your party. Like I barely got a view of all of them in that trailer. I was just kind of like, oh, this is really cool. Oh, there's a new there he goes. Okay. Right. I'm sure I'll see him later.
There's one. So I have a theory. If you want to hear it right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's one character that they've shown now in the second, and now this 4th trailer. I guess in the 3rd, in the middle there, which is more like I think it was just like a cinematic trailer, that they haven't actually focused in on or really addressed directly at all. And he's kind of like the somber looking guy with the longer blue hair, in the white outfit. They've never actually like held a shot on him entirely. So my theory is that he's going to be like the party member that has the social link that progresses with the story, and that he's like actually very important, and that's why they're kind of veering away from him with the information that they're putting out there.
I think he's the main villain.
He's the main villain. There we go. Scott's got it. Nailed it.
That was actually at least one of my things, I think. The one chick that you kind of see in the trailer a decent amount of times, like with other people around her, she kind of seems like the villain. Like she's always there, kind of stopping the progress. I have a feeling she's going to be a part of the party by the end, or by at least some point in the game. That she's not really the main villain. She's just there to be a dick for a while.
Like an anti-hero.
Yeah, and impede your progress. And eventually we'll join. That's my prediction.
It's also 2 cats. 2 big-eyed cats.
That's a lot of Persona.
Oh, there we go. I love that there are no references to any of the other Persona games in these trailers as well.
Well, that was actually one of the cool things about 4 too, though. Was didn't know about it when I first played it on the PS2, and all of a sudden, here's Gekkoukan High School, and I'm like, oh shit, it's getting real right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of hoping they do that again, or if not, Persona 3 or 4, show that the bar/cafe place from Catherine.
Yeah, I think that's
in it,
for sure.
which would be amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, it's supposed to be a part of the Persona universe. I'm still waiting to see where it is or why.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Justin, have you been playing any video games?
Nah, I just wanted to come on to talk to you guys.
Okay, cool.
No, I've been playing video games. The one I'll talk about quick, which has been taking my,
Here we go.
hey, I'm just at work or something like that. It is a phone game. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It's called Clash of Clans. Just joking. I'm sorry, Alex.
I hate
Too
you.
easy. Too
That's
easy.
a great video game.
It's a horrible video game. So
Wow.
But let's be real. Let's just talk about your growing addiction to Overwatch that I watched blossom this past week.
yeah, so I tried to get Alex to play with us, but he's like, no, I'm not doing anything.
I actually
Ditch me.
that's not at all true.
Yeah, let's go back to the tweets. I asked you what you were doing, and you said nothing.
Nothing.
And then I said, hey, you should come play Overwatch with us. And guess what? I didn't get a response back. Thanks, Alex.
That was not at all the tone that I was trying to convey with that tweet. This was what it sounded like when I wrote it. It was like, nothing, because Justin tweeted at me saying, hey, what game are you playing there? I was playing Overwatch with Alex Van Aken and a couple of his friends. We're already in a full crew. Okay. And then like fucking 6 different people tweet me and say, hey, I see you're playing this. You want to come play with this group of people that I'm playing with? And I'm like, guys, what the fuck? No one ever wants to play video games with me ever, but all of a sudden fucking Overwatch is on and we got to play it all with Alex. I like, excuse me, but leave me alone. I played a little bit of Overwatch and then I fell asleep because I hadn't slept for 26 hours. So, and then I uninstalled it. Because, like, I don't want to play any more of the beta. I want to play the final game where I can actually make progress.
So what level did you stop at?
I think it was like 14.
I played until I was level 26.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See, like, that's like, I played too much of the Division beta, which I think contributed to me burning out on that game quicker than I wanted to. And, like, I want to progress where it's going to actually matter, right? So
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't play as much as I did.
Yeah, except you did play a whole bunch.
I didn't play a whole bunch. I only got to like level 8 or something like that. Nothing crazy.
And then you went to go purchase the collector's edition.
Yeah, I wanted
like any reasonable adult would.
I want that figure of a character I don't care about.
So what do you think of Overwatch? We played Overwatch immediately after the podcast last week.
I saw Tony actually like. What sucked about it a little bit was I was actually hanging out with a friend, awesome guy, said nothing to take away from him.
And then he saw me tweet something. He was like, "All right, later, friend. I have more important matters to attend to."
Kick him out. But no, as soon as I saw the invite, I'm like, "What the hell is he?" I'm literally playing something else, like completely different.
Oh, so what happened there was Alex and I were getting Nobishin in a party, and I just like invited some choice friends to fill out a party if they were available. Like Jarrett, you, and Cameron, I think.
Yeah, Danny as well, right?
And Danny, yeah. I just put some feelers out there to see if people were around.
Yeah, yes. So Nobishin jumped on and played Overwatch, the Overwatch beta after the podcast last week, which was crazy because Nobishin doesn't play competitive online video games.
Nope.
And he said he had fun. He said it was something he would do again. I don't think he's going to pick up Overwatch, but he said he had a good time with us at the very least.
No, he also was killing it.
Yeah, he was also great. He played Tracer mostly, and he was really good. So, yeah, we hopped in a party. I think, so it started with just you, me, and Nobishin, right? And then...
Next was, I think, Cameron.
Cameron joined.
And then Danny.
Danny left his friend's birthday party.
Danny came a lot later.
No, Danny left like his Mother's Day celebration.
Yeah, he was at like a Mother's Day event with family, and he was like, hold up, he was Snapchatting us. He was like, hold up, let me leave this family event to come play Overwatch.
But he had to stop at Target to get toilet paper.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Jarrett joined?
I don't remember who else was there.
No, Jarrett joined me the next day. And then, Paula G joined us.
That's right, Paula G.
Shout out to Paula G, at Paula G on Twitter.
We bros now.
And There's one other person because Nabishin left, then Danny joined, and then we had a 6th person to round out our team.
It was Alex.
Uh,
That fucking guy.
Not me. It was somebody else. I don't remember. Trevor was in the chat at some point.
Yeah, Trevor
didn't play with us, but he was hanging out. Oh, Silver PR.
Yes, that's right. Duh.
Right. Because he wasn't talking. He had a wind tunnel situation.
Yeah, we didn't get to hear him speak Spanish on the phone.
But Silver PR is fucking legit at that game. He does not fucks around. Nabishin just texted me saying Silver PR, so he's probably watching us at work right now.
Hi, Nabishin.
Hi, Nabishin.
Hey, boo boo.
So yeah, that was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
We had like a full crew, and it was a thing. Like Tony, you were obviously very excited about it. And we had talked about it on last week's show, of like how I wasn't really in the mood for like a competitive shooter.
To be honest, I have this expectation of everything Blizzard puts out that it's just gonna be a high quality product that's probably gonna be enjoyable at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's a fair expectation.
Mm-hmm.
They've never really
I don't think they've ever released something since the beginning. Since World of Warcraft, they've never released a game to the public that has been
subpar.
That did not. Yeah, exactly.
And
right. If it ends up being that, they cancel it.
Yeah, it's true. Like
they actually did do that.
Like Titan. So
Titan, the Ghost game, there's a couple other.
Isn't it nice to be a company with so much WoW subscription money coming in that you can afford to do that shit?
Right, just sitting on billions of dollars, and then they also have Activision as their partner company.
Yeah,
so like
no big deal.
Yeah, so they can pretty much do whatever they want. I mean, it is definitely nice, but like it was a thing of like there's just it's hard to describe too of like what it is exactly about Overwatch that is just so like endearing and fun.
I think it's the art style paired with like quick, but the matches last like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so like
tops.
It's quick combat stuff. It's very engaging because it's constant PvP, and they don't throw a lot of extra bullshit at you. Mm-hmm. So like you don't have to worry about like you're like, say for example, like compare it to a MOBA, right? You're not worrying about like what fucking skills you're leveling up or like what items you're buying, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's easy for you to just jump in and have a good time.
Yeah, it's more along the lines of something like Unreal Tournament. Like, it's an arena shooter, right? So, but like there are all these different heroes and they all feel very different from each other, but they only have like 4 or 5 abilities, right? So it's not like super crazy to jump into a new one in a match and then by the end of it totally understand that hero. So I don't know. There's a simplicity there that is great. That like where Team Fortress 2 is maybe a little bit too complex for its own good, and then this is just simple enough, but also just complex enough. It like really hits that balance perfectly.
Yeah, and I think what also helps this too is, like you said, the heroes are all different. Like they all have different gameplay styles. They all have different guns and abilities. Whereas other first-person shooters, guess what? You're all human, or you're all something, shooting the same exact guns that you can find.
Yeah.
This is at least different variety in the character you choose and how you want to play, which makes it more fun in that aspect too. That you're not all having the same shotgun trying to shoot someone.
Yeah, I like it. It was crazy. Like when we started playing, like there was just a moment where I'm like, man, this is so good. Like I can't believe how much fun I'm having with it. Like to the point where I'm like totally sold on the game. Like I'm very much looking forward to playing more of it at the end of the month. So that's a great feeling. Like they put together something really polished and really solid, and they let everybody play it for free. So good on them. Did you guys have any favorite heroes that you're gravitating towards?
So I started out really enjoying Zenyatta. He's probably still one of my favorite healers. I played a lot of the game like past that first impression, and I think the best healer in the game is Lucio, just based on his adaptability to and like flexibility with many situations. He's also very mobile, which is really important. But I think that my favorite hero in the game to actually play is probably Hanzo. I really like playing a good Hanzo. He's the dude with the bow and arrow.
Yep.
Yeah, he's sweet. I don't know, like that's kind of who I gravitated to the most. I think is playing that sweet ass Hanzo. But other than that, like I guess Junkrat too. I really like Junkrat.
I got to play as him.
So yeah, he's super cool. I just remember like the first couple games I played with Justin, it was just like play the game, play the game, play the game, Hanzo. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I gravitated towards Mercy for the most part. She's like, I guess the biggest healer of all the support characters.
She's the least useful when not healing.
Yes.
Yes.
But she's got
Yeah.
a buff that makes pretty much anyone you shoot your healing gun at, you can also shoot your buff gun at.
Get
Which is
buff.
awesome.
And make them stronger. So like, because if she was just a healer, right, like the medic gun from Team Fortress 2, right, she'd be a lot less viable. But because she also has that buff gun and like this fly ability where you can just fly to any of your allies you have in sight, and it's like, as long as you can see them, you can just shoot over to them, and like you can get like out of really tough situations with that really quickly. So I really liked her. And I was pretty good with her.
Also, there's a dumb thing where you can do as Mercy with like a Reinhardt. If Reinhardt like charges somebody, then you can jump after Reinhardt and follow him all the way through his charge. It's pretty cool.
It's fucking awesome. Let me tell you about Reinhardt.
He's awesome.
We played a lot of stupid games where we picked 6 of the same hero, and one time we picked 6 Reinhardts and made literally like a phalanx. Shield wall. It was awesome.
We did 5 Torbjorns and 1 Widowmaker because we had a rando in our group who didn't want to play.
Yep. And then I don't know if you were there for it, Alex, but we played. I played with just Danny and Danny's friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
I played with Danny's friends.
Destroyed people. There was one match that we played. It was a payload match, and we picked 6 Bastions. We just all got on the payload and transformed. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know, there's so much room for shenanigans like that. That's kind of broken, but like in the good way.
Yeah, because we had like someone facing every direction with Bastion. I don't think the payload ever stopped moving.
Never stopped.
It was so stupid.
Yeah, I played a bunch with Alex Van Aken and his friends, and then Jarrett jumped into our game. So it was Jarrett, Alex, and then 3 of Alex's friends. Alex is the host of Pixel Pulse Radio. He was actually going to come on this show at the end of April, but it didn't. Some things came up. But that was a lot of fun. I got to show off my Mercy skills to another group, and we definitely fucking.
And they're like, seems mediocre.
No. Apparently, they're perma-banning anyone who cheats in Overwatch, like on first offense.
Okay.
And Alex just tweeted a link to that article saying, "I knew they were gonna come after you with that fucking aimbot with that Mercy heal gun." I'm like,
yeah, dude, you like fucking spin around and shit, and you still hit them. What the fuck?
I know, dog.
Yep.
Yeah,
gotta love that Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy's great.
She's
Justin,
pretty
did
fun.
you have any favorites?
Mercy, I'm trying to remember. I think Mercy was the first one I actually gravitated to, because I'm just like...
All right, you angel weirdos.
Mercy is bae.
I just want her wings in Diablo.
Waifu.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mercy was one of the first ones. Diva as a tank was one of the ones I gravitated to quickly.
Mm-hmm. Diva's awesome.
Yes. Exploding tank, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And Ferrex was usually the DPS one I usually played as.
Yeah. Farah was my favorite.
Farah. Wait.
Farah. Farah, the one with the jetpack and the rocket launcher.
Oh, no, that's her. Ferrex. Who's Ferrex?
I don't know. Phalanx. Phallus.
I know there's an X in there somewhere.
Farah is the jetpack one. I was actually, some coworkers were talking about it that hadn't played it, and they were looking at champions earlier. I was telling them about my favorites today. Yeah, it's cool. Mercy was not like the only character I could play, but definitely my favorite one to play, and it was good to have like a little bit of wiggle room to kind of explore around there. Yeah, that game's really cool. I worry about like how many modes and maps there are, just judging off of what they showed in the beta. Like, I don't know if there's any more than that. I don't know if they're going to add characters. I don't know if they're going to add maps or modes. I don't know if they're going to charge for that kind of stuff.
I think the answer to all those questions except for the last one is yes.
Hopefully, it's definitely it's a $60 game. I hope. Because
Well, only on PS4 is it a $60 game.
yeah, PS4 and Xbox One.
And sure, that console doesn't matter.
Wow, how much is it on PC?
40.
There you go. So we'll see.
So Alex, how you feeling about Battleborn?
I feel really bad about Battleborn. So
Yeah?
we were even wrong. Battleborn came out this Tuesday, not last Tuesday.
Oh, Battleborn's out.
So
Woo!
now
Woo!
Battleborn is out, where we believed that it had been out last week. I looked at some reviews. You have to like unlock characters in that game as opposed to all of them being unlocked, which is, I don't know how many they give you right from the get go, so I don't want to speak to if that sounds kind of shitty or not, but I don't know. Like Battleborn looks fun. I really like the look of the game, but hearing about the modes. And,
Yeah, I watched some gameplay stuff, and like immediately lost all interest in it.
Yeah, hearing about what the gameplay modes are, and playing Overwatch, and then seeing something that's like, hey, we're gonna like lean off of the MOBA stuff and lean more into just like this is a short shooter, like short matches, more just a shooter. And I like the idea of like leveling up 10 times in Battleborn like per match, and then getting like kind of like these randomly generated buffs you can get each level like pulled from a specific pool for your character. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's hard to compare that to Jesus Christ, to Overwatch because
Yeah, I don't think they're even remotely close to the same type of game.
yeah.
The only commonality between them is that they're both first-person shooters.
No, so apparently we were right last week. Battleborn did release
All
on
right.
May 3rd.
Stop playing my emotions, Alex.
Trevor Starkey just tweeted at me, #IPQ, saying, I don't actually know when Battleborn came out. I'm going to Google search it just so we know. Yes, May 3rd, 2 weeks ago. So it was out last Tuesday. Cool. Definitive answer. Doom is out yesterday.
Facts.
I don't know. I know that for sure, but Doom came out yesterday.
Got to get your Battleborn facts.
Got to get my
Straight.
Battleborn facts. Uberborn. I don't know. I that game still seems like a really cool idea, but it's still like there's just something about that game that makes it very hard. It's like a very hard sell.
Is it that one character that's like, I think he's a lumberjack and he's all broed up? Because I love that character.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good looking characters in Battleborn.
I believe he has a trait that he can get that just makes him get more swole.
God, I hope so. There's a lot of characters in Battleborn though. Like
there's a lucha guy. We saw a lot of that guy.
25 heroes.
But Alex, his ultimate lets you jump and then slam into other people, and he also has a clothesline.
I don't know what to tell you.
Is he a wrestler?
Yeah, he's a lucha wrestler.
He's a luchador. El Lucha.
We went to a party at PAX East that literally the entire time behind the DJ was a looping trailer for this guy's abilities.
I went to another party that had a different character in a different loop behind the DJ. So that tells you how desperate 2K is to make.
They really wanted to sell that game.
It was #1 seller in the UK the week of release. So I guess.
Wonder what'll happen with Overwatch. But it's weird because a lot of people are making comparisons between the two games. Like even I am, but like I said before, they're really not that similar.
Yeah, like Overwatch is an arena shooter, and Battleborn is more MOBA. But they're both hero based. They're both coming out in the same month. If anything, like the attention is just more on the personality of Overwatch. And that's just taking a lot of the wind out from underneath Battleborn's wings.
Yeah, I would say that Overwatch is more like TF2 and like Team Fortress based shooting, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But with more like Dota elements of like working together as a team with like ultimates that go together and stuff. Like in Team Fortress, that the characters aren't really like that, but in Overwatch you can make some really cool shit happen. Like for example. Make like a gravity well with Zarya's ultimate, and then charge through it with Reinhardt and literally kill all of them with a shoulder thing.
Yeah.
And then like conversely, Battleborn is more like I want to say like an old style of PvP in World of Warcraft. Alterac Valley, which is because in Battleborn you're supposed to like you can literally play like an entire game just collecting resources and like upgrading turrets and defenses and stuff. And then you can also like go up to the front lines and fight against other people. But like if you're just fighting against other players for the whole game, you're probably behind.
Yeah.
So.
Trevor cleverly, he's just following this conversation now, I guess, tweets me saying, arena shooter versus a MOBA, eh? Remind me what the A in MOBA stands for. Massive online battle arena for people trying to keep up at home. But, I mean, like, I think, like, MOBA is just like Dota, as just a term, has gotten away from multiplayer online battle arena, like that specific kind of thing. Like battle, like it implies progression, implies longer matches, and implies kind of like lanes and these wider maps and these kind of more time sinks of fights, where just a standard arena shooter is more like a standard like a KD like or a deathmatch like team versus team. It's 10 minutes and then it's over. So I think that's the implication there when you say arena shooter versus MOBA. No, I don't think that the names do either justice, but I think that's a more systemic problem. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. The two coming out at the same time. It's this is an Infamous versus Prototype situation where like they're kind of similar but also kind of not. And since they're coming out in close proximity to one another, they're going to get compared even if they don't necessarily deserve it. And that's where we're at. But hey, I'm more excited about Overwatch.
Yeah, game looks good. All right, Justin, what else were you playing?
Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, which is the mobile game I was alluding to earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clash of Clans. Let's talk about it.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
so my clan is consists of a Simba medal, a Diz medal, Goofy medal.
What? All right. What of the groups did you join?
I think it's Anguis, which is the snake lady.
The fuck? Unicorns?
No. If the rumors are true, and we're going by each master like being like the predecessor for characters now in the games,
Yeah.
Snake Lady is Aqua. So I'm right. I'm gonna go with
Justin.
that.
Unicorns.
Fuck Unicorn.
Who
I
gives
think-
a shit? Fuck you. Fuck your bullshit that you are bringing onto my fucking podcast right now.
I have a justification.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah? Let's hear it.
unicorns. Yep, that's it. Done. Justification. That's it. There is none.
You're an asshole. That's the justification.
Not an asshole.
All the players on the unicorn side were all assholes and freaking cheated and hacked the game and stuff. And
Whatever.
was
They're called
making their-
winners.
they're called losers now because it doesn't matter anymore.
Danny Juarez is also a unicorn.
See?
Danny Juarez is my
Get outta here.
dude. He wants me to
Outta
refer
here.
to him as Bay.
I'm your bae.
And all right, whoa. I feel like we got a little bit of conflicting emotions going on about that.
Fuck your unicorn.
I'm pretty sure Tony is Danny's Bay now.
I guess.
Yeah. You guys
Tony
seem pretty
doesn't
close.
know.
It's pretty cute. I've been watching you guys blossom that friendship.
Uh-huh.
I want to see you guys just get it on.
He just wants to see his foot.
Get down and dirty. Is that game all right? I played
Yeah,
the
it's-
tutorial.
Yeah, it's fine. If you play through the tutorial, that's what the game is. You fought the raid, but it helps to be in a group of people. That way you can actually beat the raids easier. Because if you lose, they come in and help you.
Does the game actually give you any story?
Yes, yes. That's the other problem too. At least the problem I have with it. It's not too bad because they don't bring out many missions like every week. It's maybe 2 weeks now. But each set of missions takes place in a different world. But when it gets to Daybreak Town, which is the main town, it gives you some of the main story of what's going on with you, the apprentices that you're under, and things like that. But it really the only story stuff is that we found now is, hey, there's some weird Heartless going that we never seen before, which were Neo shadows during this.
So now we're just gonna. Are we ever gonna acknowledge the fact that Heartless existed before Heartless were created by Ansem, or by saying?
Well, and that's the weird part about this. Like,
I mean, I guess technically he created Emblem Heartless and not actual Heartless.
Yes. So you're seeing those
we're about to go down this rabbit. It's been a few months since we had a Kingdom Hearts moment, so just get ready. As soon as Scott chimed in, we're like, oh, we're going. We're fucking
strap in. So yeah, this game, obviously, it takes place before all the games up till now. This is the furthest back we've ever seen. And the weird part about it is you go to worlds like Agrabah, Wonderland, Olympus Coliseum, but it's stuff like in the future. So what's really happening is you're going to these worlds and seeing stuff that happens in the future, not what's actually happening now during that time period.
That's weird.
You're just kind of playing out the story of them trying to get this light power, which is Lux. And sometimes, not even sure if some of them is real, but when you go back to Daybreak Town, there's like a story. Again, who cares if it's spoilers? It's not really spoiling anything in this game. But one of the long missions is Donald and Goofy crash their gummy ship in Daybreak Town. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How do they never mention this? Mickey shows up, and I'm like, what is how the fuck do you not mention this to Sora at all? Which I think, again, is just like some kind of either future event or they never actually landed on Daybreak Town.
Or it's just not canon.
Else. Who the fuck knows?
So, like, I mean, I feel like that might be why they're doing the Unchained Key remastered or whatever the fuck in the 2.8 collection final chapter prologue, because then they can basically have a highlight reel, be like, all right, this is what like matters going forward from that mobile game that nobody played, that everybody played but nobody played.
Yeah, and they said in that the Unchained Key movie thing that it's pretty much going to tell you the story of what happened with the apprentices and stuff, which is apparently being told or was told in some of the later missions in the Japanese one now. But you're going to just get a video of that, not this weird like, why are you seeing Hercules grown up now when Birth by Sleep you saw him young and stuff like that? It's like,
which I'm cool with, guys. Like, you know, come on.
Because they don't really say it. They only really say like once that you're seeing these events and like they're not real kind of thing. It's weird.
It's a little bit of news. It's not one of the news stories I had written down because it's not. It's like a sentence. But the Square Enix reconfirmed their 2016 docket and 2.8 final. Oh, gee, I keep forgetting how terrible the game it is.
Just say 2.8 makes it easier.
2.8 reconfirmed for a North American European release this year, 2016, which is good. Apparently, it might be at E3, so that's good. Then maybe we'll get a U.S. release date and a Japanese release date for that matter.
Yeah, hopefully.
They keep like leaking out, or not leaking out, but putting out like 2 screenshots of like, hey, this is what the like the actual prologue bit of that is going to look like, and it's like, oh, here's Kairi and Riku like rendered in the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's cool to see this. It's cool to continue to maybe acknowledge that this game will come out. Kingdom Hearts 3, that is.
Eventually.
Yeah. Do you think like at the end of that prologue, or Birth by Sleep Volume 2, I guess is what it has become, they'll say like a release window for Kingdom Hearts 3?
At the rate of when it's coming out, let's just say it does come out like November, because that's at least my prediction.
Yeah, they've done December before as well, so that's off the table.
But that seems late enough that they would probably have a release date for, if anything, like a month and a year, which would probably be just sometime 2017. But I could see that, not an exact date.
Do you genuinely think that Kingdom Hearts 3 can come out next year?
I can hope. Genuinely think. very low.
It's
thinking,
tricky,
but
right? Like it is a low chance, but like they've been pretty hush hush about it, and I'm sure they'll say something about it at E3 because they kind of have at every E3 since they officially announced it. Um, so it's possible, you know.
but I forget what I saw, and I know something with Square Enix, like with the time the 2.8 comes out, but they were saying something like a game that people want, and I don't remember what it was, but don't expect that anytime soon. And I know they were talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 in that article too, um, because there's so much on the plate right now for Square Enix, big game wise, that it's like, where are they even getting the time to do all these games in general?
Hmm.
So that's why I'm not entirely sure if 2017 is in the cards for it, but I can hope.
Yeah,
I can hope for a December 31st, 2017 release date.
yeah. It's weird. I
Um,
mean, like, because we're living in a world where Final Fantasy 15 versus 13 is done, and it's just being polished, and it's coming out in like a few months. So
yeah,
it's still a very weird thing. But like they can't delay it at this point. So
and I think with Final Fantasy 15 being done and going to be out soon, I think they could do more focus on Kingdom Hearts 3,
mhm.
which I think is why it's been so long
Yeah,
since we have had 3, because of how long Kingdom Hearts 15. Hey, I'm excited for that game too.
yeah,
Final Fantasy 15
yeah.
has been.
I mean, they didn't announce Kingdom Hearts 3 until they had kind of reshuffled what they were doing with Versus 13 into a point where they could actually get that game out and make it happen. So makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, Key right now on the phone is a very good, like, just kind of filler right now to fill the void of Kingdom Hearts that I've been needing for a little while now.
Mhm.
Especially after playing Birth by Sleep on 2.5. I'm like, all right, I need something, and 2.8 is going to do that for me, but mostly because of the Aqua story. Um,
Even if
because
it's just the length of it's 2 hours long, the length of one world in Kingdom
that's
Hearts.
going to be what I need. To be honest, I do want to play Dream Job Distance again,
I do too.
but like that's not the reason why I want 2.8 anymore.
That's not the reason anybody wants it. So
So I gotta see my waifu for lifeu, uh, and what she's been up to.
whoa, no.
Um, but yeah, so I mean it's free. He is free to play on phones.
It's worth looking at least.
Yeah, and you get an idea easily of what the gameplay is like in the tutorial.
Yeah. It's
And
not
if you're
it's not unfun.
no, it's enjoyable for sure.
You want to save your last game for a little bit later?
Sure. I think people should probably know what it is though, but
Probably. I mean, we'll get to it in a bit. Tony, have you been playing anything you want to talk about?
It's really just been Overwatch, more Dark Souls, and I did want to talk with Scott about this game that I think he'd like. I don't know if he's still alive.
At least I think Scott's okay.
I think he's downloading Kingdom Hearts Key right now. Just say it.
Yeah. He's just staring at his phone.
And that was like my cue for Scott to indicate that he was not dead, but he hasn't done so, so I can only assume that he's dead.
Scott, are you dead?
Here, let me check your pulse.
Bark
There's still
yes
a pulse.
bark yes if no. He might have gotten pulled away for something.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll circle back around.
Okay. How about actually we take a quick break, and then when we come back we can finish talking about video games. How's that sound?
Video juegos.
Video Juegos.
Okay.
Juarez. Cool. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we got some other games. I've been playing some video games. We're gonna check Scott's pulse, and we got some news, and then we got some stuff in the mail sack. So we will be back in just a little bit. Choo choo choo. Scott, are you dead?
So do you want to see my medals?
I don't.
They're amazing. I got a Kyrie one today. She's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I hate to break your heart, Justin, but I really don't care.
You should care. You should really care.
To be perfectly honest, I frankly don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna show you my medals anyways. Hold on.
I mean, but Tony,
What?
look at
He's about to whip out that Clash.
look at Hinata Senpai.
I see it.
It's
very blurry.
He's so cute.
It's very blurry. There we go.
Oh God, look at him. He's very feminine. That kind of makes him cuter. You know how that
I was
works.
just like, I'd let him put his dick in me.
I'm just saying.
Speaking of Hinata,
yeah.
Boruto started. It's pretty good.
So is that like an official series now?
Yeah. First chapter came out this week.
Is it worth reading though?
Yes. Yes. It's
boring.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially if you like Naruto, you should definitely read it.
Of course, I like Naruto.
Is it a hentai?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's a
Oh,
hentai.
then I'm in.
There's he not nope, doesn't work. Cool. Yeah, but it's cool. You get to see some of the new characters. You get to see some of the old characters grown up. And the other cool thing about it too is, like most anime or most manga or comics or something like that, mangas,
Yeah.
the characters kind of usually follow their parents. Boruto is kind of more like Sasuke in a way. He doesn't give a shit about Hokage. He just wants to be like really cool. While Sarada,
What is happening, Tony? What are
I
you
don't know.
doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I'm viewing a Snap story.
Oh, yeah, I slept well this.
I went to sleep at around 11:40 last night.
Oh yeah.
I slept great.
Did you?
I did. 2
It's
for 2.
good.
I'm getting greedy.
Hey, look! It's Mickey. It's Mickey.
My hair looked really good on my break today.
Look, it's Mickey.
I see that.
It's Mickey.
I don't give a shit.
Look at the Yuna.
But
Come on, Alex.
yeah, it's cute. Yeah, cool, whatever.
It's pretty cute. He's Kyrie.
I was very wet when I recorded that snap. Tony.
I see that.
I had just gotten out of the shower.
Whoa.
Here we go. Tony sent me a Snapchat.
Oh, here we go.
How I like
This
to
Snapchat
podcast
is showing this
with a shirt half up your face.
Yeah. I like to cover one eye and pretend I'm a pirate.
Arg.
All right. There was not even any sound.
Yeah, it was a picture. That's how pictures work, Tony. There's no sound. Scott, are you here?
I am.
Hi, are you
He's
awake?
alive.
Are you okay, Scott?
I am perfectly fine.
Good. Justin, I need you to answer me honestly. Should I go get another beer?
Hold on. Let me answer that for you. Hold on. I'll be right back with my own beer.
Is that okay? I guess that means yes. I'll be right back. Very nice, my waifu.
I'm guessing Alex got the message.
This is so fucking stupid.
What?
This stupid Snapchat.
I got a Snapchat from Tony Horvath.
It's really fucking stupid.
God, hold on.
Here we go. That is pretty fucking stupid, Tony.
I don't know how to use filters on Snapchat.
Like the.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you hold the thing on your face and then it'll?
Yeah. It drew a skeleton in my face.
Whoa, that one's fucked up.
What the fuck?
Whoa. There you go, Tony. This is a good one for you. Yeah, that one's pretty good, right? All right. Now we just wait for Justin to come back. Scott, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. You disappeared for a second there.
I'm a ninja. Reading
I
up
do
on
that.
those Naruto's.
You are a ninja. Scott, that is.
Wow, yes. Scott
This
is definitely a
podcast
ninja.
is brought
He's
to you
Hokage.
by Hell or High Watermelon.
What?
21st Amendment. At 21st Amendment, Justin, they have a cut slice of watermelon that they stick on the glass, on the lip of the
That's-
glass when they give it to you.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was surprised the bar I went to had it on tap.
Oh, on tap, that's awesome.
Yep, it was pretty good.
Hey, welcome back.
I'm not ready yet.
Hey, Tony.
I'm not ready yet.
It's too late.
I'm not ready yet.
What you been playing, Tony Horvath?
Let me just real quick show you why I wasn't ready yet because I was busy.
Snapchat?
Is it because you were Snapchatting me? Yeah. Oh, yes, it is. Tony, what you been playing?
So, Scott,
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you about this game.
He's
It's
excited.
I'm
pretty
listening.
cool game.
Yeah.
It's called Stellaris.
I
So
think
you know that game that we used to play all the time called Civilization 4?
Yeah.
It's like that, but in space.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a 4X game in space, and it's baller. And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Stellaris?
Yep.
It's like Civ 4, not like Civ 5?
It probably is like both. I don't know.
It's like one of those games.
And we got more Civilization news later this episode. I almost said later this week.
In space.
It's spies. That's cool. I mean, how is it like Civ?
It's a 4X game. They're all the same.
What's a 4X game?
You don't know what a 4X game is?
I mean, I probably do, but
Pretty
It's
sure
basically
was
what
the name
it's
of the-
basically what Civ is. So let me see if I can remember this. So the 4X's like EX is like one of the 4EX, and it's explore, exploit, expand, and
experience,
and something else.
expose, expose,
Expediate.
expediate.
I don't. Let me.
Exploration.
I don't know if that's
Expedia.
a word.
.com.
Yeah, right.
Hold on.
I can't. I'm on the edge of the seat.
Yeah, I'm dying over here. Justin's fucking wasted. It sounds like.
If
Are you drunk, Justin?
Okay, so it's
I
explore,
get drunk off of,
expand, exploit, and exterminate.
Oh, exterminate.
Yeah.
I can do that.
That sounds like a Scott way of going about things.
And it's super cool. Like you can make your own like galactic race of aliens, or they can be humans or whatever. And you start in like a system the idea is that when you start the game, you've just discovered like how to warp, so you can get through space correctly. And so then you go through and you colonize new planets and you explore galaxies and like expand. And if you have to fight people, you fight the shit out of some people. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
I like it. So it's like a space version of that,
Yes, exactly a space version of that.
as opposed to like Civ, which is more earthly based, more tectonic. That's the wrong
Yeah.
word, but you know what I'm going for.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're going for.
Cool.
Words.
Is that all you've really been playing?
Yeah, I spent a short amount of time playing Stellaris.
How's the Dark Souls 3 going?
Dark Souls is pretty good.
Yeah.
I've got it at the point where I am basically just setting up a save to be so whenever I want to like try a new PvP build, something like that, I can just do whatever the hell I want.
Cool.
Know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah, I saw you were playing. You beat it again this week, right? Does that sound right?
I've beaten it 4 times.
Yeah. So you beat it for the 4th time this week,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep. I've beaten it 4 times.
4. So now are you gonna like just hang out in the woods to PvP?
No, so there's
Is that what the kids are doing?
It's right after Pontiff Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Pontiff Sullivan. You can right after that is where a lot of people are hanging out to do the peeve. So
Oh yeah, that fucking like
arena place.
plateau area.
Yeah.
The giant corpses.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan.
No.
Got murdered. We got invaded by 2 people at the same time, and then they both fucking murdered me.
Fair enough.
I held my own for a while, and I had just killed an invader before they came in, so I was already low on Estus, so I knew I was fucked. But they were assholes. So fuck them.
So just fuck them.
Cool. Sean Pitts, good friend Sean Pitts, at Sean Twisters on Twitter, just tweeted out, "Quick, I need help for nerds. I need questions for nerds. Help." Sorry,
42.
I mixed the lines together. So let's send him a question from the Irrational Passions crew. What questions do we got for nerds? For the nerds crew. Any question?
Nothing.
Nothing will do, really?
Nothing will do.
Come on, we gotta help our friend Sean out. Tony, you met Sean now. You're friends with him.
Yeah.
You're real life butt friends.
Yes.
Come on, give me something.
Hi, how are you?
What's the most butt that you've ever seen?
I mean, I guess.
No, that's not a good one. Give me something. Scott, do you have a good question? Video
I'm,
game or nerd related?
I'm brainstorming over here.
Okay. Scott's got a flow chart.
I wish.
He's just drawing on a giant chalkboard in front of his desk.
You know, I mean, like in terms of having things written down. You know
Yeah.
how far I am? I have an image of a pencil.
Okay. That's good. That's a start. Where do you think a modern arena shooter, I'm gonna follow me on this one, like Overwatch, fits into the multiplayer landscape of today? Huh?
On top?
On top.
Good answer, Scott.
Hashtag nerds cues. There you go.
Sure.
I think I pulled a little bit more weight than the rest of you here, but
I was thinking more of just nothing.
if you're
but
watching
sure.
if you're watching live, go tweet your questions at Sean Twisters. I've been playing video games.
Have you?
I have. We talked about Overwatch. That game's really good. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's okay.
I like how colorful it is. We didn't emphasize that quite enough, I think. I was very sick on Tuesday and Wednesday, like I said. So, I had some downtime. I finished Dark Souls 3 with Tony. With Tony at my side, holding hands into the sunset. Into the...
I mean, that's not really how I would describe it, but I guess that's what happened.
I would describe it as that. That final boss is really cool. Very good music as well. So here's my thing. I've been thinking about kind of like where I'm
Hold on,
at.
side note.
Yeah?
Hey, Tony.
Yes.
Casa watches your videos.
I know, it's funny.
All right, we're done.
Okay, cool. So, like thinking about how I feel overall with Dark Souls 3, some thoughts I wanted to share with the expanding crew. And I think I might try and review it at some point over the next couple of days. We'll see. I have a lot of things, a lot of like opinion. Like I have a Persona 5 thing that I'm trying to write, an Uncharted 4 thing I'm trying to write, and a Nintendo thing on the Wii U that I'm trying to write. So I got a lot in the works. But at the end of it, like I don't want to say I was disappointed at the end of Dark Souls 3, but I guess I was like a little bit let down I feel like it ended pretty abruptly.
Okay.
Um, and maybe like part of that was because I wish like that really cool final secret area was kind of more incorporated into like the main through
Yo,
line
that
of the
area is
game.
hard though.
That area is hard, but I would love to see it like a little bit more on the straightaway path. And I talked about this in like the finale that will be viewable eventually, where I just kind of talked about my feelings of the game. In that, like, I guess the format of it, where it is kind of just a flat, straight line that just kind of keeps going and it occasionally branches off into side paths that will then end, and then you'll go back onto the main path. But it just, for the most part, it just keeps going forward, right? Austin Walker kind of described it as such on the Giant Beast cast, which is an apt description. It's not like Dark Souls 1 or even 2 to an extent, where it's kind of like vertical, right? Where you kind of start in the middle and you go down, 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 and things will loop back up, and then they'll go back down, and they'll go further, and then they'll go over here. But everything's interconnected. In this case, it's more of like it just keeps going straight, never connects back, it never loops back around, except for like one point about 3/4 of the way through the game. So having the world kind of spread out like that is both cool, but I think that format just doesn't quite do it for me. I preferred what Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1 did more. Like I like that a little bit more personally. And the stuff they did, I don't want to ruin anything for Scott, but incorporating a lot of references back to the other two games, mostly Dark Souls 1, was great. I kind of wish they'd done more of it. But that's just me being greedy more than anything else. But they have like built like these really, really incredible worlds, like nothing you've ever seen in a video game before, right? Especially Dark Souls 1, which was for me like unlike anything I had seen before. And I wish they had, leaned into it. They've done a lot of great world building in their time. Like From Software knows how to make a incredible environment.
They make a good vidya.
Yeah. The video part of their video game is on point.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I feel like they could have relished in that way more, and just kind of like here's this area, like you're just going through this area again. Like they could have done stuff like that.
They did do that.
They did, but like I said, I just wanted more. So that's
I mean,
a more
that makes
personal
sense
thing.
coming from the guy who has asked a couple shows in a row for a Dark Souls 1 remaster.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
and hopefully that's not a thing that's completely unfounded. But yeah, like going back, because I've also been playing Dark Souls 1 this week. And it's weird because I thought like Dark Souls 3 would be a lot faster than that game. It's really not. It's actually kind of comparable in speed to it. Maybe a little bit slower. But the big thing, like it's a thing that you kind of take for granted now with that series, like with the From Software games, because Dark Souls 2 did it really well, and Bloodborne obviously did it really well. But like the performance of Dark Souls 1 is atrocious. Like I'm going through Blighttown, right?
yeah.
Already bad, but even like in areas outside of that, like when there's more than a few groups of enemies on screen, like the frame rate really takes a hit, and like playing the game like that is rough. And I know like that's more the early section of the game than it is the later section of the game. And I'm gonna keep chipping away at Dark Souls 1 just to see where that goes. But like Dark Souls 3 runs so well, like it's like a consistent 30 almost through the entire game. There are a couple times when it gets a little busy, but that performance you take for granted. You really do. So that was something I noticed. I also went back and started playing Demon Souls this week
Okay.
because I wanted to.
Go play Salt and Sanctuary. What are you doing?
Sure, Salt and Sanctuary could be a good diversion, but I'd have to pay for that. But I was just like, I'm not. I don't want to drop any
Alex
extra
is
money.
broke.
I'm not broke, but I know I'm going to spend a lot of money on food and alcohol when I'm in San Francisco. So I'm just preparing myself. But Demon Souls is weird. It is like, I'm sure Scott knows better than anybody, but it's like way more cartoony looking, right? Whereas like, when they hit Dark Souls, like they kind of went for a more realistic look. Whoa, somebody's stomach's gurgling over there, huh? Justin, is that you?
No, but I am hungry.
It's Scott. Scott confirmed.
Scott dead.
What are
Or
you
it's
talking
you,
about?
Tony. First to point the finger, huh?
I just ate taquitos before we started, so I'm set.
So you
And
are.
I definitely heard what you were talking about.
So
So
there you go.
Anyway,
But like yeah, Demon Souls is cartoony and it feels a little bit more arcadey, right? It feels a little bit faster and looser, which is cool. Like it's cool going back to that game and yeah, just like the UI of that game is way more like Dark Souls 3. Like it's interesting. Like there's stuff you start like we talked about it a couple weeks ago when we initially talked about Dark Souls 3, but like just like Dark Souls 3 is the epitome of like kind of fine tuning that Souls style system. Like there are a lot of shortcuts you can do on the D-pad and the like face buttons to just kind of get where you need to go faster, like through the interface. That is just totally lacking in the older games like Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. So there's a lot of little things that make Dark Souls 3 kind of the more polished of those games. I don't know. Demon Souls is all right. It's weird doing backstabs in that game. Feels weird.
why?
It's just like the window for it behind the enemy is a little bit tighter.
I feel
So-
like Dark Souls 3 has a very strict backstab window.
I feel like it's got a. It feels the same as Dark Souls 1, which is a little bit wider than Demon Souls. Demon Souls
Maybe because the majority of things that I were backstabbing were Silver Knights, and they have a very small one.
Mhm. They probably have one of the tightest ones of any of the enemies in that game. So, but
yep.
yeah.
Also, I'm really proud
Hey,
to
is Demon Souls online still?
Demon Souls, like the
think-
servers.
I think so. Yeah, there's messages popping up. The true Demon Souls starts here. Like, so that's still popping up fucking everywhere. And I saw like a spirit of another player. So I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because remember how they kept saying that those were going to shut down?
They kept saying that they were going to shut it down, and then like they kept extending it out and out and out. So I think yeah, it's still online.
Shut it down.
Damn. All right. So you can still tackle that what's it called?
The World
witch-
Tendency.
The one boss.
Yeah, the one.
Player
That's
boss.
probably where everyone who still plays Demon Souls is hanging out, just to see if they can get pulled into that boss fight. I'm gonna play offline for that fight. So, yeah, I kind of.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I kind of
come
want to
on.
play through Demon Souls again. So,
You know what you should do, Alex?
what?
You should play Stardew Valley.
I should.
Now's a good time for it.
I don't have a computer that can run it right now.
Your Mac can't run it?
No, I don't have Windows on it.
I'm pretty sure he's at least working on a
He's
Mac.
working on a Mac version, yeah.
You
So-
know what you should do though, Alex?
He's also working on console versions. It's worth noting. Yeah, what's up?
I wouldn't play it on a console.
I would. So fuck off.
I mean, I wasn't asking for your opinion. I was only volunteering mine.
You did play it on the controller though.
Yes, but I needed the mouse and keyboard for some things.
Yeah, it was mostly looking up porn.
No.
What's up, Justin?
I have Bloodborne. Guess
Yeah.
how much I played of it?
How much?
Like 5 minutes.
It's a good
Nobshin's
game.
been kind of playing Bloodborne.
I want to play Bloodborne.
Burn.
Hold on, let me get another sip before I take this.
Yeah.
I want to play Blood. Wow, I still can't say it.
I want to play Blood. All right.
Bloodborne.
Here we go.
Bloodborne.
Mhm.
Bloodborne.
Baby.
But I kind of want to do a co-op. Like, from the little bit I played, I'm like, cool, I like this, but I kind of want to play a co-op and get through it that way.
Do you want
I know that's probably not the way to play it, but
That's
It
how
doesn't
I
matter how you want to play that game.
I played through
it's
that
like the
entire-
only way I feel like I can actually play through that and actually enjoy myself playing
I
it.
played through that entire game cooperatively with Jacob Bryant. So if you need a companion, hell, Tony and I will both join you. We'll fucking run through that game with you.
Yeah,
Hey,
because the best part is I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Scott
The only thing
knows, like, if you want to know shit about Bloodborne, like, look no further. You've found the right people, because I can literally tell you anything you want to know about that universe.
Because I still think I want
Yeah,
to be surprised
like,
about stuff. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, the only person that probably knows Bloodborne better than the people on this podcast is Ali Mushka. So, but she knows everything about From Software. So, yeah, you've come to the right place.
But yeah, I don't know anything. Like I don't know any surprises. I think the only one I know, and I don't even know if it's Bloodborne, is the giant boulder that rolls down a spiral staircase. I think that's in Bloodborne. I think that's the only thing I remember anything from that game.
Yeah.
If that's it. I don't even know where it is or anything.
Come on, we'll get that plat together. We'll do those chalice dungeons.
Oh God.
Right?
I don't think
I never want to fight Vicar Amelia with other people. That would be too. That fight by myself when I killed her took me 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh God.
I don't need that kind of stress with people who also have to contribute a specific amount of her health and also die in one hit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that shit's not fun.
So yeah, that's one thing I would like
I
to
said
do.
Vicar Amelia. I meant the defiled amygdala.
Yeah, that's okay. I somehow knew what you were talking about because everybody knows.
Because everyone knows.
God, that fucking fight. Jesus Christ.
Also, it's kind of a pain in the dick even to get there. So chalice dungeons are something that I don't know if I ever want to do them again.
Yeah, I would do the last one where you fight the Yarnum Queen. That one's cool. But
Hey, how about you guys co-op the shit out of some Demon Souls instead?
yeah, let's do it, Tony. Let's get you a PS3. Go ahead and buy one.
I'm
order it
not
off.
going to buy a PS3. I'm sorry.
Scott, let's do it. You and me. I would totally co-op Demon Souls through with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah,
That would be a lot of fun.
you still got a PS3?
I do. I played Demon Souls this week, Scott.
I asked Justin.
No,
Well,
let's get
hold
Tony
on.
on PlayStation Now.
No, I refuse.
Is
to play
Demon
that
Souls
game with
on that?
latency.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna do some sleuthing right now. PS Now.
But how many can you co-op? Because I
In
do
Demon
have
Souls, you can do 2 other players.
because I do have Demon Souls and
Yo,
I
in
still have my
Dark Souls-
PS3.
In Dark Souls 3, you can do 3 other players.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy.
Oh, it gets a little nuts.
I was gonna say I'll let you guys know. I bought Demon Souls.
Okay.
Annoyed at it, obviously, first game,
You
stuff
should
like
probably
that.
buy Dark Souls 3.
I bought
That's
Dark
fine.
Souls 1.
Okay.
Started playing that. Did not like it. Again,
Okay.
because I can't
Souls
I
games
just
are
can't get into them.
I'll put
Yeah.
that out.
And that's why I wanted to get into Bloodborne. Like I said, the little bit I played of it, I'm like, all right, I already am liking this more, but I want to play it co-op.
I feel like after beating Dark Souls 3, if I went back to Bloodborne, I'd be like way too good at it. Like I'd be like way too spoiled on like the slowness of Dark Souls, and I'd just be like, "Whoa, this is like a fucking cakewalk."
And then not liking Dark Souls 1, my friend got an extra copy of it, gave it to me. I saw you play it, Alex, and I'm like, yep, that's still Dark Souls, and never even touched it. So I'm not getting Dark Souls 3.
You should get Dark Souls 3.
Not getting Dark Souls 3.
I feel like it's a game you'd really enjoy.
I think I'd like Bloodborne more.
That's fair. That's also valid.
Oh, yeah. There's some really cool shit in all of those games. Bloodborne has a really awesome universe.
Yeah.
I think Dark Souls does too, but I just don't understand it as well.
Yeah. That's valid. Some other stuff I've been playing outside of Souls video games. I beat Spelunky again this week.
Of course.
No
like-
way.
The weekly Spelunker report.
It's like it's a weird thing because like Ethan came in the room and I was playing Spelunky. He's like, "Oh, I see you're Spelunking." And I just beat it like right there in front of him. And he was like, "Jesus fucking Christ, dude!" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's weird. Like I just kind of do this every week." And I got to the City of Gold again, and then like a horrible tragedy befell me. But
As typically happens in the City of Gold.
yeah, as is typical. But
As is tradition.
yeah, it was good. I played a little bit more Ratchet and Clank.
Game's still probably pretty boring.
The game's great.
Where are you?
I thought I was like right before the end, but then they pulled a whole thing. I guess like the twist that happens in that game, which I already knew about because I had played the original, happened, and then they're like, now we got to go to all these different places, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
so
so
this,
you got to the halfway point.
yeah.
At first, I'm like, I think I know what you're saying,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, he's probably at the halfway point because I
It's-
thought the same thing too. I'm like, I
It's
don't
weird,
remember
like
doing that.
being like, yeah, this person totally like does this thing. I don't want to say too much. It's weird,
Yeah.
like not wanting to say too much because like that twist has been like that happened in the original game, but
Yep.
it was much less of a big deal in the original game, even though it's pretty telegraphed in this one as well. But um, you know, because there weren't other characters surrounding the character in question, so as I dance around it. But I guess it is a surprise. It is a twist again. So
I know you're not as. What planet are you on? Just for.
I don't
reference?
remember the fucking planet names, dude.
Okay. Well, you just had to say ice planet, and I'll be like, oh, that one.
I don't.
Okay.
I haven't stepped on this planet yet. So
Okay. Um,
the planet cracker. I just finished
Yeah, the deplanetizer.
deplanetizer. The planet cracker is Dead Space, but that's basically
Close.
what it is. They definitely did.
Um,
I like how they did a full like Star Trek reboot thing where they just blew up a planet. Also,
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, this is different. So I thought that was kind of cool.
But yeah, so again, I don't know how much you like the original 3 series games,
I love
Alex.
them.
But after being this one, I still feel weird playing this one. I still think I like the original one way more.
I like this more than the first one, but like Up Your Arsenal and A Crack in Time are still like the best for me. Like Up Your Arsenal is so good. And like
Yeah.
obviously Crack in Time is basically that for the future series. And it's a little bit better because like mechanically it's just better. But like this reminds me a lot of Up Your Arsenal in a lot of ways because it's got like the ship stuff. And it's just got a lot of those kind of mechanics, a lot of the weapons that feel similar to it. Like the Blitz gun isn't in this. That's like the shotgun equivalent, but the Pixelizer, Pixelmator, or whatever the fuck it's called, is
pretty
the
good.
shotgun equivalent, and that's really good. So
Yeah, like I like this one, but I just once I beat it, I'm like, I now if they do a remake-ish thing for Up Your Arsenal, it's not going to have the same impact, I feel, because they changed stuff enough to
obviously
make it.
they would go in just a completely
Yeah.
new direction from here, which they will.
I mean, if you don't mind me spoiling something, but yeah, Dr. Nefarious is in this one, which, and because of how they're doing it, and because of the movie, Captain Quark kind of becomes a good guy, sort of, at the end. And I'm just like, well, 2's not going to happen. We're never going to see Going Commando remake because that story is all about Captain Quark being evil the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, that sucks because I actually thought that was a funny story.
Yeah, but like they could do they can do something
No.
new here.
Yeah.
Right?
But it just takes away from that whole twist of the whole game, and it being Captain Quark behind all the things in 2.
Yeah.
That they probably won't do now. And they'll probably bring Dr. Nefarious in again, which he's great. He's a great villain. But I don't need him that much. I don't think I need him this much.
In a lot of ways, Dr. Nefarious is like the villain of the Ratchet and Clank series. Like, right? He's the Joker to Ratchet's Batman, right? He's the Lex Luthor. He's like the overarching villain of that whole franchise through Crack in Time. And like that's why I think they're leaning into him. They're introducing him from the first game instead of waiting until the third. And like everybody loves Dr. Nefarious because he's fucking great. He's just brilliant. Every time he's on screen, he's hilarious and wonderful. So
did you see the movie?
I haven't seen the movie.
Okay. Because they don't do it in the game, but in Up Your Arsenal, Captain Quark is the one that makes him all robotic-y and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the movie, after saving the day, Ratchet being Dr. Nefarious and stuff, Dr. Nefarious is like on this like broken down planet as like robots are building him and making him a robotic figure, and it shows him in a robotic form and the shadow, and I'm like, okay, well, no reason to go after Captain Quark anymore, I guess. But again, just as someone who really liked the original 3 a lot, changing it, whatever, I don't care. I'm still gonna play him. But just that little stories that were in those first 3. kind of going away now.
So hold on. Is it for sure that they're going to be subbing Captain Nefarious in for Captain Quark to this?
No, I mean Doctor Nefarious for Captain Quark. I mean, like,
Who knows? But again,
I think they're just changing their characters, right? They're just
yeah, I
different
think they're
now. But like,
because
you know,
for the
this is
movie audience, they wanted Captain Quark to be more likable in a way and have like the fallen hero instead of the hero that backstabs everybody, like he
that's
was
just
in
a
the first
selfish
game.
prick, yeah.
Which is what he was in the first game.
Yeah.
You didn't see him, but you heard about him, and finding that out was like, oh shit, the savior we were looking for has betrayed everybody. And him redeeming himself at the end of this game takes away from what happens in
Future games.
Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal.
But
But
like,
it doesn't
you know,
take away what's going to happen now.
you know, as I say with anyone with a reboot, as I say to Cameron Abbott somewhere on Naughty Gamers, like upset about a Devil May Cry reboot that's better than the 4 original games anyway. He's gonna fucking kill me for saying that. You know, with the reboot, the original stories are still gonna be great. Like in this reboot, right? Theoretically, the future series doesn't exist, and like that through line of that story is still like the best. You know, that's still the best Ratchet and Clank story told, I think. Like the story of the Lombaxes and whatnot. So, you know, you can have both.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm
So
just
stop
saying. Like,
fucking complaining, Justin.
Hey, I'm just saying. I wanted to see Going Commando remade,
That's
but
not
with the
gonna
changes
happen.
they made, not happening.
Going Commando doesn't hold up. I don't think so.
It doesn't, but I can always remember the one.
doesn't.
It doesn't, but the one scene I'll never forget. It always makes me laugh every time I see it. Is when the thief that took the experiment
Uh-huh.
is trying to call in like for like some supplies and stuff like that, and the experiment's jumping around and grabs on the person's hand and shakes it off, and it just destruction everywhere as she's trying to just order like weapons and stuff, and it always makes me laugh. You could probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm curious.
The final boss of Ratchet and Clank Going Commando is a fucking atrocious disaster.
Yeah, it's the experiment. It's
Yeah.
a ginormous version of the experiment.
Is it like creatures where they all roll together and turn into the one thing, or is it
No,
just get
no.
big?
Captain Quark is like trying to use this device to
Oh,
do
that's
something,
right.
to make millions of them.
And that
It makes it big and it eats them. And yeah, stupid shit.
It's
I
all
loved
worth it for where Captain Quark ends up in in Up Your Arsenal though, as like the bearded banana eating weirdo.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that I'm like, I don't know if that will happen now.
It won't.
And
So get
that's
over
kind of upsetting because
Get
that was
over it.
actually great.
Get over it, you big baby.
I
Stop being
No.
Stop being the internet.
no, I am the internet. Wait, no, that's Nep.
It's true.
Shit.
Oh, Mr.
Well,
Nep.
But yeah,
We should just start calling him Richard Ricardo, whatever his real name is. That he sometimes
Ricky Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo. He's got some splaining to do. That he sometimes says it's not his actual name. I don't know. Uncharted 4 came out this week.
Hey, I
That's
know
the
that
last.
game.
That's the last game.
All right, I'll be back in 20 minutes.
For some odd reason, Tony's really anti-Uncharted 4.
I don't remember what the last Uncharted game I played was, but I really didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I forced myself to play it anyway, and it made me really not like Uncharted.
Okay. Well, you haven't played Uncharted 4.
Yep.
So
I can still say with utmost certainty that it probably sucks.
all right. So that's all you need to know about Tony's opinion.
Yep.
So Justin has also been playing Uncharted 4. Have you finished Uncharted 4?
I finished it this afternoon. I trying to finish it up this weekend, and I did. So
No spoilers, Justin.
everyone dies.
Everybody dies. It's the end.
Well,
of Uncharted.
actually, you see, Tony's gone for 20 minutes, so you could just do a quick mini spoiler cast right
No,
here, right
no,
now.
well,
yeah. Right
I-
here.
It's not. I'm not worried about spoiling for Tony. I'm worried about spoiling for the people watching live and also the people listening to this podcast, Scott.
Did
So
you
no
finish it?
No spoiler. I did finish it.
Okay.
No spoilers. Don't worry. Might allude to some stuff if you don't want to know anything about it. People are very sensitive about spoilers to this. It's a Naughty Dog game. I understand.
There's shooting, there's treasure, and there's a guy named Nathan Drake.
Yes, these are all facts. There are actually
I'm sorry.
two guys with the last name of Drake. So
What?
I know, crazy.
I didn't see them. Who is he?
It's his name is Sam. His name is Samantha. So yeah, I mean it's the last Uncharted game, so they say.
Thank God.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
just
So yeah, I mean like with me, a lot of people say Uncharted 3 is the best Uncharted.
Wait,
did
I was gonna say 2.
3. I said 3.
Hey, I hear 2 is the best from a lot of people. Not 3, but hey.
So I've always been a person that loved Uncharted 2 more than 3, right? But I remember having a really negative experience with Uncharted 3. I've only ever really played it once.
Me too. Me too.
But like I remember being frustrated by kind of like the more combat scenarios, right? I remember trying to go back to it and replay it, and getting to the I think it's Libya, like the big castle, and like there's like this action scene toward the end where you're just like fighting off waves and waves of dude. Remember there being way too much shooting, none of it being very good, even if like the hand stuff in Uncharted 3 was better. And then, obviously like the set pieces of Uncharted 3 are fantastic. Like the airplane thing, fucking incredible. Like it's unbelievable. But I don't know, like the whole boat thing, even if like the boat set piece at the end of that was amazing, like it ends up like that whole part of the story is fucking filler, like it's all useless garbage. And I'm like that left such a terrible impression on me, and like the whole ending and everything. Even if the story was great, like the chapter 2 young Drake moment of Uncharted 3 is amazing, right? I got the chance to play it like a week ahead of time because I went to this event where they basically signed you up to ship the game to you a week early. And I got to play it a little bit ahead of time. I'm like, people are going to lose their minds. This is great. It is great. Totally cool. But I don't know, it never really clicked with me, even if it was like the more story focused, like let's get the origin story of Drake and Sully. And like looking back, I love Uncharted 2. That was my favorite in the series until 4 came out. And like it's a bit more campy, it's a bit more fun, it's way more lighthearted. It doesn't kind of like get into the ideas that 3 gets into, where it's like, yo, like you're putting yourself in danger and people care about you, and like you need to fucking stop because this is becoming an obsessive issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like I was okay with that, right? I was okay with just another Uncharted 1 that was fun and campy and pulpy and just a good time. So. And I think Uncharted 2 just nails that to a T. And the set pieces are great. And like the puzzles are great. And I never had an issue with the ending. So, like, I mean, what are you going to do? That's just that's where I fall on it. I kind of would go back and replay 2 and 3 just to see where I'm at today with them. Even though there's no way I can go back now. But Uncharted 4 is fantastic. Like having like never really loved the series, right? Or at least not feeling like I did. Uncharted 1, honestly, if we're going to talk about nostalgia, like I have the most for it because I played through it with my mom. I liked it a lot. It was like, man, it was the first time I ever realized like, oh, this developer that made another series of games that I like has made something new, right? Like they made Jak and Daxter, which I loved, and I didn't even realize that they also made Crash Bandicoot, which I loved. And now, like, they've gone on to make Uncharted, which I also love. So, like, it was the first time I ever was aware that a developer, like, had done something new, and I enjoyed it. So, but 4, whew, I'm curious, Justin, what do you think of Uncharted 4?
Like you, I like 2 more than 3.
Mm-hmm.
3 is probably the least favorite of the 4. I also sit in the totally opposite end of the spectrum. I really love 1. And playing through 4 has its issues. One of the things being there's too much driving. There was way too much driving.
It never bothered me, yeah.
It was fun, but once doing a couple boat parts, and and then driving through the savannah, I'm like, okay, this is fine. And then another driving sequence through the jungle, and I'm like, Jesus fuck, how long am I going to be driving for? I get it. Yes, these places are big, but I don't need to have to drive everywhere. That we never had to before, and it was fine. And plus my exploratory need to explore every little corner of the map didn't help with that either. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. Mostly because there wasn't much actual shooting, like very long shooting set pieces compared to other games.
No, there's significantly less just gunplay in this game.
Yeah, and once you're in the area, you shoot maybe about probably at most 10 guys if you fail to stealthily get through. And then done. Now you go to
a
the
little
next
bit
area.
less mass murder in this game.
Yes. So that was great. And actually, what my favorite parts about Uncharted were the exploring, like, oh, what's this tower that we're going up? See what's up with that? What's these symbols for? That's always been my favorite part about Uncharted's. Is doing those puzzles and just exploring the area of why the person was where he was at this point.
Yeah, it's a lot more like leaning into like, because Uncharted it's been like a Indiana Jones treasure hunting series, right? Where you're kind of like reliving this story of the past through like skeletons and bones and artifacts and kind of like these history set pieces. And there's a lot more of that, more of like the characters actually addressing and talking as opposed to like, well, this happened here and then moving on. Like there's a lot more like reveling in like the history that happened in these kind of fictional set pieces that they're making up, and it's done super well.
And actually, one of the funny parts about Uncharted 4 that I liked was always like, oh, I'm on top of this tower or I'm looking down at this jungle. I just stand there and look 'cause it's so pretty in the other games. In this one, there's usually a character right there where you can start talking to them, and all of a sudden they're like, man, look at this view. We could see this like all the time and stuff like that, and they start talking about it, and I'm like, there we go. Instead of me talking to myself in my room about how pretty this fake jungle is, now the actual people in the game are talking about it.
Yeah, like they're like most of the game, you have at least one other person with you, like character with you. Like there's like maybe like 5 short instances where you don't have when it's just Nate by himself. And so like you always have like Sam there or something like that. And it's cool because there's like just way more talking and way more dialogue, and like they have like the optional conversation stuff from The Last of Us incorporated. There's a lot of Last of Us mechanics incorporated into this. Like they actually have stealth mechanics, right? They have a mark system so you can mark enemies. They actually have like this kind of awareness meter on enemies. So if like they see you, like an awareness meter will go up, and then they'll turn yellow. And if they keep seeing you when they're yellow, then they'll turn orange, and the whole group of enemies will see you, and then you can lose them by like running around and hiding, as opposed to like, well, this is the rest of the encounter now. And then if you lose them, like it'll go back, and then they'll be alert for a little bit, and then after a little bit they'll go back down.
And even there, like sometimes I was able to completely stealth kill everybody. Sometimes I'm just like, nope, not happening.
It's way more fun to stealth kill everybody now too.
Yeah, for sure.
Or to like use like they have the rope mechanic now. You can just swing around. Like most of the combat areas are like these huge environments with like so many diverse options of like go here, swing around here, dive bomb on this guy, hide in this grass, or climb up this wall. And like I'm writing like a kind of like a critique that's a little bit more long form, kind of breaking down where this improves in the series and what the series means to me, because like I don't want to do kind of a traditional review, not for this. And it's just like the gameplay wise, it's just so much better than anything Uncharted has ever done before.
Yeah, they definitely improved, and that also takes into account to the whole mob of people that you have to fight.
Yeah. The whole mass murder thing.
Yeah, you talked about the big areas where you stealth kill people. I mean, I had to a couple times. I got seen, and I'm just like, you know what, screw it, whatever. I'm not going to play through this whole thing again and try and stealth kill them again. But if you mark everybody, and all of a sudden you get into a firefight, nobody else joins in. Whoever is there in this ginormous area
Mhm.
is now coming after you. There's not like, oh, here comes another 10 more people off screen that just.
There are times where like new groups of people will load into an area.
Yeah, and it's very.
Sometimes characters will
Seldom.
make that known, right? Like they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this truck's coming with another wave of guys." Like they'll say
Yeah,
something like
and
that.
it makes sense at that point.
Mhm.
One time you're climbing up something or on something,
Mhm.
and you're going up higher and higher. You keep seeing people, you kill them, and all of a sudden you're now at a bigger landscape, and now there's more people up there waiting for you. Of course they're waiting up there for you. There's people everywhere in this place.
Mhm.
So it makes sense that they're there. But in those big open area set pieces, I never seen like random people just show up from the people that I marked. And I'm like, thank God, because I didn't want to shoot all them, and all of a sudden here comes 6 more. Guy kills 6 more people just so it can calm down so I can keep going.
Kill a whole other family. Yeah, no, it's great. I don't want to speak too much to the story.
Yeah,
other,
that's what I'm trying to avoid.
other than the fact that it's really good. It's
I mean,
it's better than I thought it was going to be.
I think we can say it's because it doesn't really spoil anything. It's pretty much about a pirate named Avery.
Yeah.
So it's a cool pirate tale. Like
Yeah.
that's what this story is this time
A
around,
lot
and it's
of
really fun.
good moments that are very reminiscent of other like hunting for pirate treasure stories that made me very happy.
Yeah, like they actually brought up Treasure Island once.
They did.
And I'm like, cool.
Sam Drake
That's
makes
really
a
good.
Treasure Island reference, and it made me very happy.
Good. They even referenced the funny, hey, there's no map that's going to have a giant red X on it that you're going to be able to find out where it is. I'm like, yeah, nobody had that. Thanks, Treasure Island.
Yeah, thanks Treasure Island for ruining for everyone else.
But yeah, so they joke about that, the pirate tropes that you see in movies and stuff like that, which is funny and definitely, again, a different take on what the last couple of games were.
Yeah, it's also kind of more like a closing thought because I could just gush about it for days.
Yeah, same.
But it's also like a very rewarding game for people who have played this series, right? Like there's a lot of little stuff, mostly like through the characters and their dialogue that is just like, hey, this really is one last journey with this fun group of people that you've kind of come to love. And like that was the thing that hit me the hardest of like, I had no real attachment to the Uncharted series, or so I thought, kind of going into this. But like when I was spending more time with these characters and seeing them kind of all grown up in a way, like Greg Miller said on the kind of funny review, like this is the grown up Uncharted. He kept coming back to that. When he's spending time with these characters all grown up and seeing where they've come and how far they've come and how far they've matured, there's just like a rewarding feeling to it, like a gratifying feeling of closure when you're kind of like going through like all the way through the end, and it really does deliver that. And if you've played the other games, the references there, it is kind of like Dark Souls 3 in that way of like, let's talk about this thing, let's reference this thing, let's show this thing. And it's cool because they have built up this group of misfits that is awesome and memorable, and they're allowed to kind of like reminisce on all the good times that you've shared with them because you've played through most of this stuff. So it's awesome, and it feels great, and it feels like a great way to send off the series. And yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, like especially since it is like it feels like a send off for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hoping we were going to see some other characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it would be spoiling, not saying
I would
who
say
shows up.
it would be spoiling to say that some people aren't, because I didn't know one way or the other. But
Yeah,
I will
and
remind you that there is single player DLC planned for this. And there
know
are
that.
theories that other characters that might not show up in the main story might show up in that. So
because I mean we did get at least one like one journal or one like letter or like
referencing that
findable
other stuff.
collectible
Yeah.
referencing one of those characters, and I'm like, that's not enough. Don't do this. If this is going to be the last one, I need more of the other characters.
Mhm.
But hey, what can you do? It did its job of that good send off.
What do you
Either
think?
way.
Just like before we move on, what do you think of Sam?
he was great. Like, he was a great character. I trying to figure out how I want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
He felt like, even though he was the older brother, he felt like previous Nathan Drake,
Mhm.
like in other games, like how he acted a little bit, kind of being like the first, like seeing the world for the first time, kind of like, oh man, look at the treasure, look at all this stuff,
Mhm.
kind of attitude again.
Yeah, totally the point, I'm sure.
And his dynamic was, and I think that was throughout the game too, like you said, with the you're always with a partner.
Mhm.
He was their brothers, so now you're getting that brother dynamic of,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna joke about something back in the past, or hey, remember that time you saw that girl? Yeah, start talking about stuff like that.
Yeah,
You don't, Scott? Come on.
It's good too. Like it comes off as so natural, and I think that's a credit to Naughty Dog and their writing. It's just so good. And obviously Troy Baker and Nolan North are just so good. Like,
Oh, they're
as
totally bros in real life. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
yeah, and as actors, like they're just so good. So yeah, like I love them. At first, like there's definitely a feeling of like, well, you're just kind of coming in at the end here, but they earn it in a way, in a lot of unexpected ways. So yeah, they did a great job. I have a lot to say about it. Like, this Uncharted thing that I'm writing is going to be like 3,000 words probably. So um,
There's some very good chapters that
yeah.
definitely take the cake. Of there might not be as cool set pieces as the airplane or the train,
hmm I think there are,
but
personally. I know some
well,
people don't think there are, but
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't feel like it when you see them because you're not falling out of a train or something like that. But there is some really cool pieces.
for me, it kind of feels like everything in this game is a set piece.
Yeah, and even though it's not as grandiose as like the airplane,
Yeah.
it's just something else, not as crazy,
hmm
but it still is like this crazy adventure of just running through gunfire or something like that. Yeah, I try not to say one of the things I wanted to say, but
Yeah, there are a couple things that we can talk about off mic, like specific, like a couple specific things
yeah.
that like I think are fucking amazing to see.
hmm
So yeah, like it, like there's so much different gameplay throughout the whole game. Like, they introduced like a major new climbing mechanic like 50% of the way into the game. Um, that like
Yeah.
it's constantly throwing new stuff at you, and it's awesome. Like, it's just paced so well. I don't know how Naughty Dog does it. Like, they just make good fucking video games.
But now I'm curious.
Yeah.
If we're not getting an Uncharted 5 next, because that's what Naughty Dog's been doing these past couple of years only, really,
Yeah.
is just Uncharted. What do you think they might do next?
They're doing Last
Like,
of Us 2.
do you actually
No,
think
like
they might do Last?
they for sure are doing Last of Us 2.
Not that I don't want it, but I
Yeah.
kind of want to see them do something different.
I
Not
think-
a shooter, not a platformer, but just maybe something different.
I think that, I mean,
don't know what, but
if they are going to alternate to Last of Us 2, right, which they for sure are, then after that, I think they'll probably do something new. So, there's room for them to do whatever they pretty much have a blank check from Sony to do whatever the fuck they want. So
that's very true.
they have like the most successful exclusive new IP of the entire last generation. So,
And
so.
for most of PlayStation's life,
Yeah, for most of
got
PlayStation,
Crash
Bandicoot, Naughty, and Jack and
and
Dexter.
Uncharted.
So
it's,
yeah, they're in a pretty good spot to do kind of whatever. But that's, I mean, we'll talk about it more when Nobshin's back on, because I know him and I were talking about it earlier today, and he's also a big fan. But for reference, just like as a closing thing, definitely the best Uncharted game. Like, there's no contest, I don't think. It is far and away better than Uncharted 2 or 3 put together. So
for sure.
and it has the best of both of those games in it. Let's talk about some news. News in
gaming. How do you guys feel about a Modern Warfare collection that contains Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3?
Pass.
Ships sailed on that one.
Well, that's coming out this holiday for $30.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. Let's see. All the DLC,
Yay.
or at least it will at least have all three of those base games and Modern Warfare 2 Stimulus Package DLC, which is only one of the DLC packs of Modern Warfare 2. Oh, it's the listing for this rumored game shows May 17th as a release date. And apparently they still have yet to formally announce it, so if it comes out on Tuesday,
surprise!
I'll be buying Valkyria Chronicles Remastered. So
damn right.
Good job, guys. I just want to throw that out there because I think that's super weird. Especially in the same year Call of Duty 4 Remastered is coming out, so...
Yeah, I was about to say, since they just announced that with the collector's or whatever edition of Infinite Warfare, it's kind of weird that they're doing this.
I'm
I
curious...
guess for people that never got it before, but at this rate, how did you not get it?
Yeah, I'm curious, since Scott and Justin are here, how do you guys feel about Battlefield 1? Not all at once, please.
Overwatch is the first shooter I've been
Jesus
excited
Christ,
for.
Justin, how much have you been drinking?
None. First. There's too many firsts.
First.
The first person shooter that I cared about in a long time.
So you're very excited for Battlefield 1.
Hey, if they do it justice, sure,
won't,
maybe I'll
so-
get it. But I'm not. My hopes are not high until I see something.
Scott, how do you feel about Battlefield 1? Do you know what Battlefield 1 is?
I'll take that as a no.
I'll take that as a Scott.
A suitable response.
That's about as apathetic as I ever want Scott to be. As a dog barks in his background.
Scott, did you turn into a dog?
Scott, are
Bark
you a dog?
if you say yes.
Bark yes if no.
I heard a bark.
There we
Scott's
go.
now a dog.
I don't know if the bark said yes if no, but we'll find out. In other news, CD Projekt Red has officially conveyed that the last Witcher expansion is releasing the end of this month, Blood and Wine, which I believe is coming out May 31st, which is my brother's birthday.
Hey.
Hey!
He's pretty close to mine.
Yeah, yours is what, next week?
The day before.
Oh.
I'm on Labor Day.
Oh, congratulations. I'll be in San Francisco when your birthday is happening.
Well, you should come back for my birthday.
I'm coming back on my brother's birthday, so I'm sorry. This expansion, Blood and Wine, The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, which again is going to be a new area, 20 hours of additional story content is what they're saying. Yeah, right? It's apparently 30 hours now. I
Great.
saw on this news post. Initially, it was like 10 hours for Hearts of Stone and then 30 hours for Blood and Wine. Yes, it is arriving May 31st. It will be the final Witcher 3 piece of DLC. So, and that there's 16 pieces of free DLC, and of course, Hearts of Stone, which launched in October. So that's a whole lot of Witcher content, meaning that CD Projekt Red is free to focus in on Cyberpunk 2077, which is their next big project. Suffice to say, Nobsh and I are both excited. I'm curious to see. I should probably go back and wrap up Hearts of Stone. I keep getting those two mixed up in my head. Since I got near to the end, but I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it. Nabishin is watching this, and he's in the Google Doc, and he's writing down titles. Okay, thank God. Nabishin, if you're out there, you should come join. You should come be a part of this.
Just have to get the mic on.
Because I think Scott's asleep again.
Yeah, probably.
In other news, Civilization 6 was announced.
Yeah.
Is this one in space?
Out of nowhere. It is not in space. Civ 6 coming out October 21st this year. Because they can just do that, I guess. They can just announce it and be like, yeah, that's also going to be out this fall. So have fun with that. They kind of been doing interviews. The trailer is a very Civilization trailer. In that it doesn't tell you anything about the actual game. It's just kind of like a lot of wax poetic over pictures of world leaders and shit like that. They did some interviews kind of talking about what Civ 6 is and what they wanted to change. The art style is a little bit different. Looks very pretty. It kind of looks a little bit more cartoony like Civ Revolution. If anybody's familiar with Civ Rev and kind of like that other...
That was the only one I could play.
Mm-hmm.
Or liked, actually.
Yeah, so it looks a little bit more like that. PC only, obviously. It's going to take after a little bit of Gods and Kings and Brave New World, which are the big Civ 5 expansions. They talked about kind of like the big shift that they're doing mechanically is like cities, and how cities are no longer going to be like kind of like one point, right, that you add to. They're going to be multiple points spread throughout your civilization. Like they're going to widen out the cities so it's not all focused in on one hexagonal tile, which is cool. That's of my criticisms to lodge against Civ 5. That'd be it, right? So you'll be able to create other points and widen your cities, and that'll make for interesting strategies for war, and like you can target different parts of someone's civilization, like how this is their fuel supply, right? So if I take this out, this will actually affect the rest of their civ, and like different kinds of military battalions and units and stuff. Obviously, it's kind of hard to convey big changes in civilization without actually seeing it and playing it, but I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for a new Civ game. I haven't played Civ 5 in a long time, and I fucking play a lot of Civ 5.
Civ's
So,
a great game.
yeah, I love Civ 5, and if Civ 6 is anything like it, like I couldn't really go back to 4, even though I kind of tried, kind of didn't. I'm looking forward to seeing how they incorporated what they learned with 5 and Beyond Earth, which was something I never got to play, even though I wanted to. But yeah, Civ 6, October 21st. Kind of probably more information about that at E3. So, Nabishin added into the Google Doc Pokemon Sun and Moon starters are out. I don't know why he would add that, because I can't convey to you what these Pokemon starters look like.
Let me tell you.
I can tell you that.
Tell you.
Okay, Justin, please.
How much would you want an owl for a starter? How about a water seal? Or how about the best of them all, a fire kitty? Yep,
No.
Fire kitty.
Let's talk about Litten, the fire kitty, whose name is actually just Lit Kitten. It's lit, fam.
Fire kitty is the first fire starter I actually care about. I never liked any of the other fire starters.
I mean, they kind of did like a gameplay reveal. It was a very cute trailer that they put out for this about these like two Japanese kids finding out that they both like Pokemon and then becoming best friends. I'm like, oh, this is so fucking adorable. But yeah, they showed it off. It looks very reminiscent of X and Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, stuff like that. So we're kind of in the same ballpark with that. Just showed the starters. They didn't show the evolution form. They also showed the legendaries for each game. One looks like a lion, and I don't remember what Moon looks like.
A bat.
A bat. Okay.
Yep.
It's a Zubat. Glorified Zubat.
A cooler.
Rowlet, the owl grass type Pokemon, so it's a flying grass type, which is cool. It is the fan favorite. Everybody loves Rowlet.
He is adorable.
He is really cute. And Litten, the fire cat Pokemon.
I'm down with Litten.
Litten is pretty. It's lit,
Yep.
y'all.
As long as it's not a fire fighting again, like every other, I'm gonna be
like
so annoyed.
fucking the fire monkey and then Blaziken.
How's a cat gonna fight you?
No, that's why I don't want it to be a fighting. How could
It's
it
gonna
be?
be fire psychic. Let's go.
Both cute options. And Poplio, excuse me, is adorable like dog seal. With a little clown nose and a little collar.
Excuse me. It's a sea lion Pokemon.
It's a sea lion Pokemon. Is adorable, but
They're
apparently
all-
everyone fucking hates Poplio, and
Fuck Poplio.
he's been getting all this hate on the internet, and it's fucked up. Poplio, real sad.
I was gonna say, depending on what Fire Kitty goes to, like as the last form, like firefighting or something like that, I might actually go Poplio
Poplio
pretty-
is super cute.
for super cute.
yeah,
Everybody can go die
this-
with Rowlet or whatever.
Rowlet.
That one.
This weird psychological response to these starters is weird. It's just a weird situation. I don't know why Poplio is getting all this shit. He's got a cute name too, Poplio. It's cute. I like it. He looks so happy. So happy looking. So to round out our news, let's round us out with some somber news. Unfortunately, Disney Infinity. We all know Disney's Toys to Life franchise is being officially discontinued as of May 10th. So yeah, this was Tuesday. So not only is Disney Infinity being discontinued, Disney's entire self-publishing console game business is fucking closing down. So that's a big deal. So pretty much, like, I don't know if it's all of Disney Interactive as like a section of the company, but like, sorry, Barrett Courtney just tweeted at me saying Poplio looks like a dork.
There's so many. I went to this.
Fucking hate him right now.
All right. I looked up this Kotaku article about Poplio being the new starter that nobody likes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a
There's
good.
so many pictures of like sad Poplio.
That's a good article. Back on topic. So Disney Infinity 3.0 was the last Disney Infinity game, which launched in August of last year for consoles and for PC. And in March, Disney announced that it would not launch a Disney 4.0, a Disney Infinity 4.0, and would instead kind of continue 3.0 as a platform. And then obviously Disney pulled out of E3. They're one of the big publishers that pulled out of E3 a little bit ago in March as well. And that was kind of it. Now we find out that the last two Disney Infinity playsets, Alice Through the Looking Glass and Finding Dory, are coming in June. But that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of Disney Infinity. I don't know like what the state of affairs with kind of like the stuff that's on shelves now, if they're going to try and pull that or if they're just going to leave it and sell through. I doubt they'll continue manufacturing, obviously, but it is a big deal, mostly because I'm trying to find what the name of the studio is. There's a whole lot of quotes in here, so I'm just going through here. Avalanche Studio in Utah. It's closing down, so like almost 300 jobs are being lost. 'Cause, like Disney Infinity, big studio, big game, big studio. A lot of people worked on this game. A lot of people touched this game. So a lot of people are losing their jobs. So it's huge, and Disney Infinity's worked with other co-developers like Ninja Theory, to kind of put this stuff together, and the guys that made Blur to help put like the racing and car driving stuff together. So this has been a pretty sprawling franchise that I know a lot of people really, really enjoy. So it's upsetting to kind of see this put to an end. So I don't know. It's a bummer. It's like actually like as Disney Infinity is like the one thing like of the Toys to Life things outside of Amiibo for like the sheer Nintendo factor, like I actually think looked cool and looked fun and was like a really cool thing for kids to get into. So Skylanders, whatever, take or leave it. Just another way to ruin Spyro the Dragon for kids today. But Disney Infinity was a cool thing. It's like Star Wars and Marvel and Disney characters all in one place that could play together. And I'm like, that's a really cool thing that I'm glad exists. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually a fun game too. I actually got the first two of them. I never got around to picking up the third one.
Yeah.
But really enjoyed
Mhm.
playing 1 and 2. It was actually probably one of my favorites of the Toys to Life games.
Yeah.
And the worst part about this all is Skylanders will continue to keep putting out a game every year, and people are going to still buy that shit. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, obviously, shout out to Harold, our good friend Harold Price, who loved Disney Infinity, from what I understand. I'm pretty sure Harold just loves anything where he can collect some figures, though. I ain't trying to put you on blast, Harold. I'm just telling like how it is. He hasn't been watching us live that much recently because NASCAR happens when we are live. So he's got his priorities in order. All right, I'm just teasing. But yeah. John Vignacchi on Twitter just saying like, hey, don't have much to say right now, but yeah, this sucks. But I don't know. I'm getting a lot of tweets right now about Pokemon starters, and I am genuinely upset a little bit.
Everybody hating on Poplio.
Let me relay. So we started with Barrett telling me Poplio looks like a dork, and then Trevor Starkey saying, and Rowlett looks like a nerd with a leafy bow tie. Litton, meanwhile, is looking to start some shit. And then Cameron Abbott coming in from nowhere saying, please refer to this when you make ignorant remarks about Master Race Rowlett, please and thank you. And I legitimately don't know who these people are anymore. So how about we take a peek into the mail sack? How's that sound? Scott, how's that sound? Still nothing. Scott is asleep at his desk right now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry, Scott, I put you to sleep.
The hosts of this show are a goddamn disaster. Mostly Tony, though.
I'm great. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
How about we check and see how Silver PR is working, how he's twerking. Oh my God, there was not an error downloading this file.
Not again.
I fucking can't right now. What do you mean? Don't like fucking Jesus. I'm gonna have to. All right, we're gonna play Trevor's voicemail while I figure this out. Give me a minute. And oh God, this is gonna start strong. It sounds like. All right, this is from our good friend Trevor Starkey, who was called out last week, from what I understand.
What's up, Irrational Pash Holes? This is Trevor from TrevorTrove.com, responding to Tony's call out last week's show. Thank you guys for the shout out. Just wanted to say, you guys, as I told you last week, were way off in the estimate of how long I've been doing the whole "Don't Break the Chain" thing.
Yeah.
Nearing 200 days now in a row. I think it was 190 when you guys said I was at 150.
Yeah. Well,
so
not perfect.
fuck you all. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Have a great show tonight. Question for the group, if there is a group and it's not just Alex and Tony again. What is one thing you guys wish Irrational Passions did better or did more of? Cool. Thank you guys. Look forward to seeing Alex and Nabashin in a couple weeks in San Francisco for Kind of Funny Live. And all the best, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Oh, I love you too, Trevor. That's a very sweet and succinct voicemail. Some people could take note. Silver PR. What's one thing that we wish Irrational Passions could do more of? I'm curious what Tony's answer is to this.
Why?
I just like I want to know.
Something that we could do more of?
Yeah.
Probably like releasing unreleased spoiler casts.
Dude, fucking Christ.
That's like my favorite episode that I've ever recorded. So
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
it's true. I was very happy with that show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like. There's nothing I could say that I haven't said before at this point. So, I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, we've done a lot of cool stuff in the past. Having the writing team in 2014 through kind of PAX East of 2015 was really cool. Or in 2013 through PAX East of 2014 was really cool. It was cool being an editor for me, like actually having an editorial team, working with people, helping people, having like a team of writers that pitched me ideas and then they would write something every week. I'd love to do more of that, like just realistically with like where I'm going with my career and all that, like of me like freelance writing and trying to get hired by like a actual publication. Like I know that's not going to happen. But that was fun. Definitely something I would like to do more of. Like I want to say like guests, but we have a lot of guests. Like we do a lot of cool stuff. It is weird. I'm curious, Justin, do you have one? Something you'd like to see us do more of?
I was, as soon as he said it, I'm like, is that towards me? Because I have no fucking clue.
I mean, like from an outsider looking in.
More Muppets.
This is you to be like, more me on the show.
I could have said that, but I'm not an egotistic asshole.
Honestly, like, there should be more me on Irrational Passions. Let's be real.
I mean, let's not be
I
real.
think you're just
can
the
we
right
be
amount.
false?
I think you're just the right amount of Tony.
That's what I aim for.
That's all you need.
Silver PR is watching live, and he just saved my ass. So he shared his voicemail with me via Google Drive.
Okay.
So I can pull it up there instead.
What up, guys?
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Not
Oh,
yet.
Ah! Silver PR, what are you doing?
Not yet. Do this from now on, Silver, just for future reference.
So I actually do have one.
Okay.
I think that we should do more like collaborative live streaming. Because we used to do that a lot more than we do now, which is like none. And that was always really fun, and I think that was a great thing that we had going. Obviously, we're like all of us are much more busy now.
Yeah, it's
but
difficult to do.
But it'd be something cool to get that IP streams going.
Yeah, I mean, like IP streams is always fun. Like obviously we were kind of on the ground floor with Twitch in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
and like it kind of tapered off for a while there. We're doing a lot more. Like you've been streaming this week as well, like these past few weeks. And I have with Alex streams Dark Souls. So yeah, I definitely like streaming is a lot of fun, and it is cool to interact with people live. And if we did it more, we'd definitely get more viewers, and we could do a lot of cool stuff. Here are a few ideas that things that I like to do. Right, I'd like to take bonus content that we do for the YouTube videos and actually put it out somewhere that maybe people could subscribe to. If they wanted to get it in audio form, something I just no way I'll ever have time to do.
The Irrational Passions app.
The app actually does have room to upload exclusive bonus content to.
Well, that's where we are.
So we could do something like that. Like a lot of people.
I don't even have our app, so.
A lot of people have actually asked me about like doing a Patreon, like if I ever considered that and stuff like that, and I haven't. Because I know. We wouldn't realistically be able to kind of devote the time to making exclusive content for patrons and stuff like that.
Yeah, at least not where we are right now.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to deserve that.
Yeah.
But right now we don't. And I'm like we put out a lot of stuff. Like if we look at just raw content that Irrational Passions puts out every week for the past,
it's pretty substantial. Yeah.
Few weeks, you get a Let's Play every day. You get at least one stream every week. And a podcast with bonus content in the video, and then the audio podcast, which is like all gussied up and sounds great every week as well. So
at minimum, basically.
Yeah, and then typically at least one or two articles on the website. So you're getting a good amount of stuff from us, no matter what. And I think I'm really happy with all the stuff that we put out as like dudes with jobs that are doing this in their spare time, and most of us are going to school as well and whatnot. So, you know, I'm happy with the stuff. Like, I'd love to do more interviews. I'm working on a project that will be able to substantiate that. I'd love to do more, like published articles on the website. I'd love to do more video content, like actual produced video content. Alex Talks is coming back, but you know,
I will be producing it.
that'd be something to behold.
I think it worked out.
And so like there's stuff that I want to do. Like Alex Talks is the thing that I want to do. I want to bring it back, and I have a new format, and I'm working with people to get that together. So it's happening, but that's the top of my list, and that will happen. So now, since Scott's asleep.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm still here.
Oh, hey Scott.
Scott woke up.
Alive!
Scott,
Sorry.
it's okay. You must be very tired. You need to get some sleep, buddy.
Yeah.
Scott, Trevor called in, asked us a question. What is the one thing you'd like to see Irrational Passions do more of, or do that's not doing right now? It's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
Call on Trevor. Expect quality shit. Get quality shit.
Sure. TrevorTrev.com. Do you want to think about it for a bit?
Kinda.
We do have this voicemail from Silver PR.
Yeah, but you see, I'm going to listen to that and completely forget about the question.
Okay.
Well,
So what do you think of the Pokemon starters?
Scott, are you on Team Poplio?
What?
Are you on Team Poplio?
Are you on Team Poplio?
Or are you on Team Litten? Because that third Pokemon probably just fucking sucks.
Hey, Fire Kitty is amazing.
I said Litten and I said Poplio. I just don't know what the third one is because it's probably irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Nope.
Rowlet.
How about no?
You Ralph.
Scott, are you going to play the new Pokemon game when it comes out?
Probably not.
Oh.
So Scott's answer is more Poplio on
More
Irrational
Poplio.
Passions. Sounds
All
about
right.
right.
Please be excited for Scott's answer.
What up, guys? OPI here. I hope everybody's doing all good and well. Let's go straight up to games. I played some Overwatch beta, especially with you guys on Saturday
That's
night
good
after you
shit.
stopped recording.
Good shit.
Roger, Nabashin, everybody was
Roger
there.
wasn't there, but that's fine.
And
Roger
I got to
said he
say
would
that
play with
Roger
me.
was so stoked about my May gameplay, and it's like that. I mean, I played it like for 2 nights, and I
Who
was just
stoked? It
doing
was Cameron.
all
Cameron
kinds of
was stoked.
crazy shit with that character. And by the way, I'm calling May my new waifu because you know it's all about the base and no trouble. Kind of like the chubby light character. She's kind of cute. So this is my
very
new
cute.
waifu. Call dibs on her. Just saying.
Chill.
But I digress.
Fine, but Winston's
also, I
mine.
played some
Get the
Street
fuck
Fighter
off.
5. I gotta be honest. I was 2200 LP because for a while because
Lit
I wasn't
points.
playing rank. I was mostly casuals, and I started playing rank this week. And for a fucking reason, I went as below as 1400, and I don't know why. Because it's just a number. I give two shits about the number. But I had this situation with this one dude that. Yeah, he beat me like senselessly and whatnot, and then all of a sudden he started messaging me like telling me like
God.
you're free and go home scrub and like yeah sure whatever
Get fucked.
do me a favor. And I took this out of the wise words of the guys at the Giant Beast cast, and I just told him, you know what, never stop playing Street Fighter 5. Never stop playing. You know why? Because I need to provide. I don't have time to practice all the fucking time and be great at this. But since you're so much important about your LP, never stop. Let's see how that goes in your life.
Oh, man.
Because
Never
Jesus, there's some
stop.
So he
people
went
that
for the
just- you have to just
psychological burn.
reply to them intelligently. So they just
Oh, sorry, I pulled something up. My bad.
God
go
damn
the
it, Alex.
fuck off. But yeah, I digress about that one. And also, last but not least, I played some Uncharted 4. I rented
Pretty
it from
hot game.
Redbox really early Tuesday morning. Kind of a surprise that they had it so early on our break boxes down here. I got as far as chapter 15. Kind of not have like no time to play whatsoever on the weekend, so I'll play it in next week if I had the chance again and finish it. But what I played, it's like, wow! I'm amazed. I mean, I still want Overwatch, and I think like I'm gonna finish the single player mode, like I said last week, and move on and play it when it's more cheaper and whatnot. But as far as I have seen of the game, I'm so amazed at what Naughty Dog has pulled off. I mean, and obviously it seems that Last of Us 2 will be the next thing, and hopefully we'll see something about them on E3 or at the PlayStation Experience late this year. But I'm ready to rent it again and just finish it, because what I played. That's quite the experience.
Just keeps getting better,
to Naughty
too.
Dog. And yeah, that's pretty much about me. Let's go to some tangents. I saw the Assassin's Creed trailer, and I bet you guys already told your opinions about that. If not, just tell them after this. I found it just okay. I found like the interpretation of the animus and whatnot.
Super weird.
What it means to be on the silver screen. I'm interested when the movie comes out in December.
I'm probably
also,
seeing
I
it.
did saw Civil War, Captain America 3, and
Team
holy
Iron
shit,
Man.
what a freaking awesome movie. What a thrill ride. I'm going to see it a second time later on this week on 3D and on a bigger screen. So, oh my God, it's so good. I'll watch it. I could watch it like 3 or 4 times if I can. And yeah, and that's pretty much about me. No question this week. I'm just going to leave it light and just move on with you guys.
Just leave it light with a 4.5 minute voicemail.
I hopefully throughout the next week I'll be solo. My girlfriend will be traveling to New York with the kid, and I'll be, running the house solo. So I'm gonna have plenty of gaming time. So let's hook up sometime, guys. That's it.
I mean, I'd hook up with you.
Shout out to me and see if you have something that you guys can want to play with me. So, no, without further ado, have a fun one. Have a happy Saturday. So PR signing out.
Cool.
Thanks for that question, Silver PR.
That Assassin's Creed trailer, holy shit.
Yeah, it was weird.
Did you watch it? It's so weird.
I did. I watched it because I heard that Kanye was in it. And it was fucking weird.
The most inappropriate use of Kanye West I think I've ever heard.
God.
They also, like, maybe Kanye's like weirdest, most least appropriate for any like reference song. I Am a God. Like, what? Like, why would you use that song?
Because Assassins and Gods, they're all the same.
Not at all. So, like, it takes place during the Spanish Inquisition. Spanish Inquisition.
Now who had too many drinks there, Alex?
So, it's not a story that they've actually done in the games, which is cool.
Interesting time period.
Yeah, it's an interesting time period, and I love Michael Fassbender, even though he looks super bored throughout the whole trailer.
Probably is bored.
Totally is. But I mean, I think it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks all right, which is surprising enough. Like, action-wise, it looks cool. And in a lot of ways,
it looks fucking weird.
It is super weird. It's like this.
It's a big metal arm.
It's like he's actually moving when he's like in the animus, but he's actually moving in real life, and their crane arm holding him. So while he's flipping up and shit, like, I don't understand what that's all about, but it looks cool. It could be all right.
I guess it's because like someone laying on a table and just like being dead fish is not cool enough for a movie.
I guess, but like they don't.
So they need to. Like, they don't even need to show the animus, but, like, I guess every once in a while they're like, I guess we were better remind these stupid simpletons that this is actually a person in a VR machine.
Yeah.
And,
if only he was wearing an Oculus
metal
helmet.
arms make things look... Yeah, it'd be funny if he was wearing an Oculus.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. It's
Maybe
odd.
metal arms are the future of VR.
That's it. That's what we found out. That's how we're going to make Sword Art Online a thing. So giant metal arm.
We can build it in your blown-up house, Alex.
Fuck yeah.
There's a whole space there.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
Is it too soon? I feel like it wasn't too soon the day after it happened.
It was too soon the day after it happened, like the Friday afterwards. The Saturday afterwards, it was okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So like 4 days after it happened. I don't know, yeah, it looks okay, like, which was, I thought it was going to look terrible and it definitely like the music made it worse. But as like a film, it looks okay. It looks like coherent.
He's a god.
I am a guy. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how the I'm getting good, get good in Animus makes me get good in life. There's a lot of that implied in the trailer, so I don't know.
I mean, when you get good in VR, I think you get good in life.
They're doing like what they should do with video game movie adaptations. In
I don't know. Like we'll compare movie adaptations between this one and the Warcraft movie.
Oh boy, and the Angry Birds
Oh.
movie.
Is that a thing that I didn't know about?
That's a thing that's coming out in like a few weeks.
I'm
Really?
sorry you know about that now.
Yeah. It actually that Angry Birds movie looks fine. Like I don't give a shit. It just looks like an animated movie, but
True.
let's take a look at the tweets. We only got a couple. Barrett Courtney tweeted at us. That's at Bananlerchong on Twitter. He tweeted, "What are some of your favorite stories told in video games?"
Persona.
Oh wow, good job. You really killed it on that one.
Hey,
Tony, what's
the
your answer
obvious
to
choice.
this?
My favorite story told in a video game?
Some of your favorite stories told in
It's just
video
some
games.
of my favorite stories. Well, on the topic of Persona, I really liked Yosuke's Social Link.
Yeah,
That was a cute story of bro love.
true bro love.
True bros beat the shit out of each other at the end of the Social Link.
that's a bro force to be
That's
reckoned with.
how ours is gonna end, Tony.
End or start?
I'm pretty sure it's both, actually. Any other ones?
I'm sure. Things that I can just pull off the top of my head. Let's see. I really liked the time in Bloodborne where you were where Maria was actually like a doll and the doll is made out of Maria and Gehrman wants you to put your thing in the doll at the beginning of the game.
None of this happened.
No. He said that you can use the doll should it please you.
Maria, I need you to put your thing in my Maria.
He says that you can use anything in the dream, even the doll, should it please you.
Jesus.
Does it please you, Alex?
Jesus. So I mean obviously Persona 4, a lot of the Rise story stands out to me, resonates with me in a lot of personal ways. Honestly, like I really like the story of the world told in Dark Souls 1, right? Like just kind of like going through that world and seeing all these things that have happened is a really cool thing that video games can do. That like, you know, a movie can't like necessarily convey that as well as a video game, because in a movie you can't stop and relish everything around you. You can't just like look at everything from every angle. But in the game you can, and I think that's really cool. Especially like From Software does environmental storytelling like with the best of them. So like, you know, Last of Us, obviously. Valkyria Chronicles, honestly, like now, like it's coming up soon. As far as like a war story, like told through basically anime eyes, it actually does a lot of really clever stuff, and it hits an emotional poignance at a certain like the climax of that game that is like, whoa, I didn't see this coming at all, and this is really heavy, and like it's effective because they kind of built this scenery around you to make it so. It's a war story, you know. It's sad. People die, and it matters. So stuff like that is really great. I'm trying to think of any other like specifics. Ish's story in Last of Us also specifically stands out to me. And honestly, Uncharted 4. Like Uncharted 4 tells like a really great story. Because like in the same way that like Tomb Raider relishes in its history, like Uncharted 4 relishes in like this fictitious history that is so easy to get into, because I was a kid. I loved Indiana Jones. I loved exploring. I loved history. Still do. So like, even if it is fiction, they use all these characters that were real and pirates and alive, and references them in really cool ways, and sets this scene in a way that is really, really awesome. Justin?
Well, if we're gonna keep going down the Persona 4 track, obviously the Naoto stuff for me.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted, the first one. I've not saying that I believe in El Dorado or anything, but the fact that
El goddamn Dorado.
the fact that they went that way for the first game and that was the story, and the way they brought El Dorado to life was very interesting to me. Taking it in a way that makes it a little bit more sensible than a giant city of gold that nobody was able to find somehow. Um, Trying to think of other stuff. Um, Last year, finally playing through Fatal Frame, the first one.
Mm.
The way it told its story was very interesting, which was mostly through the ghost you encountered, and kind of just documents in this one haunted mansion, um, fleshing out characters that you never see through those. Made me way more interested in that than I probably would have if oh, here's another character talking about something. Um, Kingdom Hearts. That's a
Yeah.
journey. Um,
Yep.
I,
Okay. Now I gotta think of something else.
time, time travel and all. That's a journey of a story right there. Um, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of games, but those are the ones I can think of right now without going.
Yeah, it's impossible to name all of them off the top of your head. Mass Effect
Well,
2.
that's
Also,
another good
just
one.
full stop. Just all of Mass Effect 2.
Um,
Great.
and actually, I just saw something that reminded me of another game, just real quick, and then Scott can go. It's Blood Will Tell for the PS2, which is based on a manga uh, written by the guy who made Astro Boy and all that stuff, about a guy who loses all his body parts to demons because of his father.
Been there.
And the whole journey story is him going to fighting these demons and encountering these other people, trying to get his body parts back.
Does he have
And
robot legs?
he has a cannon for one leg and a
Whoa.
machine gun for the other.
So better
Yeah.
than robot legs.
Yes. And just the
Does the
story. and
machine gun
mechanics.
at the very least have a joint for his knee?
That's where it comes out of, I think. So like he bends down and then it shoots out right there at the.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, same with the cannon.
So it is a robot leg.
Wait, no,
but
no,
it
no, no.
comes out of the knee.
Hold on. Nope. Cannon in one of the knees, the other knee's nothing. But then he takes off his arm and shoots a machine gun out of that. That's what it is, not the knee.
Got it.
Yep.
Scott?
Undertale.
Yeah. Totally fucking. God damn it. That's a great one. That's also another instance of a story that video games can tell better than any other medium.
Yep.
And that's it.
Mic drop.
I think we got a lot out of Scott today.
I feel like Scott really delivered today.
I feel quiet today.
and also sleepy. Got a tweet from Cameron Abbott at Unsexiest Comedy. He wants to know, we met at 21st Amendment. This was when I was talking about Hell or High Watermelon, which is the beer I'm drinking right now. How intimidated by at Barack Attack and I were you, Barack Attack Jacob lately? I don't know how to fucking say it. Jacob. I'm going to cradle you so close to my bosom. Hashtag IPQ. I don't know if this is actually a question.
The answer is yes.
But the answer is yeah. I was very intimidated because y'all were arguing about whether or not the Beatles were, like good or not, or a national treasure or not. I don't want to get into it because they got real heated about it, and I was very like, oh god, just let it go. And then like some anti-America stuff was said. All I'm saying is I think Jacob Lately is anti-American. So here we go. That's it. That's all the tweets. Remember, you can also be a part of the show by tweeting at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ. And that's it. That's all I got. That's it for the mail sack.
That is it for the mail sack.
Woo!
You can send us an email by sending to mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. That's mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. Or leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. Tony.
Like one man may be doing next week. Please look forward to wow, I can't speak. Please look forward to the voicemail of one Jason A. Striker
Oh.
at Unistrike on Twitter.
This is a tough pull. Hopefully,
okay.
Jason doesn't call in, but Griffin does.
That would be amazing.
That would be the
Call in to tell us about his victory in Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's just like goo goo gaga, but I'm into it. Well, there you go, Jason. Called out. Somewhere Jason's like, I don't give a shit. I got a kid.
I got shit to do.
You can follow each of us on Twitter. I'm at AlFighter27. Scott is at WUTTEHCHUZ. That's what to chuz. And Tony's at Tony Horvath. Justin, you were at the Sigma Omega.
All capitals.
All capitals.
We already went over this.
In
Got to put the capitals in or you won't find me.
Follow the site on Twitter at IrrationalPod. That's where you can tweet your questions with the hashtag IPQ as well. Some other stuff, rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. It helps us out a lot. Go to VGEVA.com. Check out the awesome podcast network there that we are a part of. And check out our little sister show, Malicious Pod X. We're streaming every week. Twitch.tv/IrrationalPassions. Probably some more Dark Souls stuff happening this week. Maybe I'll stream some Valkyria Chronicles when that comes out as well. Go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/IrrationalPassions, where you can watch the video version of this episode, where you can see Justin and my pretty little faces. And you can also get the bonus content at the beginning and throughout the breaks of the show. And please tell your friends about the podcast. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. For everything else, Irrational Passions, you can go to IrrationalPassions.com. That's it.
That's it.
That's the show. No closing topic. Because we've been going for 2 hours and 51 minutes.
Woo! Go me.
That's a real
It's all my
Irrational
fault.
Passions. We did take that weird moment where we talked about Pokemon starters in Persona 5.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
It's probably my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
You don't talk as much on this one as you do on MupX. You gotta work on that, Justin.
No.
Get your shit together. How is the NEP Justin only show?
A goddamn train wreck.
That's exciting.
And that is what everybody should expect from now.
That's what everyone should expect from MupX just in general.
We're going to be having a running joke every time it's just me and Nep, because it's been 2 times now, which means it's going to be more.
Yeah.
We're going to have... Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good. Is that... did you guys figure out Google Hangouts at all for that, or...?
Oh, I didn't even bother. I was just like, you just fuck it, let's go. We were waiting for Greg, and I'm just like, let's go. Whatever.
Fair enough. That's the show. Thank you, Justin, for joining us. It's been fun. It's always fun having you on. I think...
Thumbs up.
I think next week will be the last podcast we record pre Kind of Funny Live 2, so hopefully it'll be the last podcast sans Nabishin. Maybe we'll even get him on there.
Hey, Justin.
Here we go.
Hey, Tony.
So, we have that weird owl Pokemon, Poplio and Litten, right?
Howlet. How is it fucking that hard to remember?
So, which irrational Passionite that is here corresponds to each starter?
Oh, shit.
Tony's Howlet. Easily. Easily. Like, this is even fucking...
Based on tonight's episode, for sure. Yeah, you're the owl, Tony.
Okay.
Alex...
Alex is Poplio, right?
I absolutely. There's no way I am not Poplio.
It's got fucking lit.
And Litten, because he's been a cat all the time and been quiet as shit.
He's been quiet and he's been sleeping.
Hey, you leave my ass alone.
Hey, you're the cutest of them all. So
I'm just saying, you're one lit kitten, Scott. It's lit, fam.
God damn it, no.
Damn straight I'm lit.
This is why you're popular.
Oh, that's gonna make it into the best of clip on episode 300 for sure. It's straight up lit, fam. Thank you, Justin, for joining us. I guess not anymore, but Tony,
thanks.
Scott, my reliable duo. Love you guys. Winky face.
Hey.
Thank you to Danny Wiesner for our opening music of Two Player Co-op and our closing music of The World Is Saved. Love that guy. He's awesome. Go check him out. DannyWiesner.bandcamp.com. That's the show. Thank you all so much for listening. I love each and every one of your beautiful, shining little faces. Heart symbol over in the video version, if you're watching that. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your games, stay rational. We will talk to you all next week.
Bye, Poplio.
Bye, Poplio. All right, Tony.
I am only just now getting into the dock.
I had it in there.
I just
all
stopped
your Amazon
checking.
links.
Yeah,
Just
I
so you
stopped
know.
checking after. Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, Nabishin
Holy
added.
crap.
Nabishin got in here.
All right, so titles. We got Twerking Butt, Star-Shaped Feet,
Thank you,
Mercy is
Nabishin.
Bay, Aimbot Healing, The Most Anime, The Planet Cracker, Justin spoils the entirety of the Ratchet and Clank series,
It's super
Yes,
true.
I did. Yes,
Good
I
job,
did.
Justin.
Uncharted Boar, Fuck Your Father, Fuck Your Father,
Fuck you.
First Person Shooter,
God, don't make me
Yes
say
or
that.
No, It's Litten, Poplio Looks Like a Dork, Master Race Rowlet, I Am a God, Does It Please You, Alex, and El Goddamn Dorado.
As much as I do want El Goddamn Dorado to be the name of just every episode of the podcast, It's Litten is like the clear
It's really
winner.
good.
It's
It's
real
pretty
good. Any objections from anybody here?
Nope.
Kind of looks like that's a clear winner.
Okay.
Yep.
Scott's like, I'm already
Bobby,
leaving my
you're right,
I'm
Frank.
leaving my house right now.
Scott's driving to Taco Bell right now.
Sorry.
He's
For
already
reference,
letting.
Yeah. Go ahead, Scott.
I kind of wanted Star-Shaped Feet to win, but oh well.
Starship Feet was pretty good.
That's valid. Starship Feet is pretty good. Scott, I need you to say It's Litten, and Justin, I need you to say you're listening to Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 277.
It's
I can't. There you go.
I mean, preferably one right after the other.
I'll try to do this as quickly as possible for you.
Straight It's Litten, fam.
You're listening to Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 227.
Nope. Again.
Nope. That's the episode number.
No, that's not. None of this Tony Horvath bullshit in my fucking podcast. I'll kill you all.
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird.
You're listening to Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 277.
It's Litten.
Fam. I don't know why I never thought of that, the Will Smith fam thing. Hey, video viewers, thanks for watching. Love you guys.
Bye
And gals.
bye.
Hey, boo.
Folks and fellas and ladies, have a good night.